Yo, what's up? Welcome to the open bar. Salute, salute,
Salute. Yo.
But I gotta do that again. Salute. I forgot my drink was sitting back there, man. Salute. Yo, what's today's date, Dave?
Today's date is 3/16.
I want to drop my 316. That's not a good number to play.
John 3:16.
Oh, you better preach, brother. You better preach.
It's not a good number to play.
Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me, Lord. Pastor, I was expecting you to say that. You let him say that.
Hey,
You let the devil say that.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
You know what? That's the only Bible verse I can remember.
You can quote that like you really.
For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son.
Yeah, see, yeah, like
who shall believe Him? Yeah, that's John 3:16.
You'll make a little kid think you're a walking Bible. Huh?
But for a long time, I'd be like, say about Jesus wept. That's the best one.
Yeah, I used to hate that in Sunday school. You know, you gotta remember a Bible verse.
Jesus wept.
Jesus verse. Yeah.
So this weekend. Oh, first of all, I didn't even introduce everybody. My bad. I'm Hot Ron, your neighborhood bartender to the stars, self-proclaimed. Also, we got PDO, the love guru.
Hey, peace to the people.
You looking really what you call it? Hip hoppy.
Oh, lively, yeah. You know, I went shopping with the young people.
Your stylist is working for you. Who is your son?
Yeah,
He's styling you.
yeah. They keep me on point, man. But they be a little out of my league, man. They when they're young in their 20s, they're kind of superficial because they be trying to go to Neiman Marcus and Bloomingdale's and get them shoes, and I just be like, nah, I don't get it.
Nigga, I'm spending $100 or $200 on shoes. That's max. They spend $700-$800.
That's what I'm saying. I don't do that.
Dave, I know you lying. We're gonna get to you in a minute. He told me he only spend on. Anyway, Arnold is in the building. What's good?
Peace.
Is-
My camera at?
There you go, right here. Yeah.
Yes,
Is that blue or black? I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
it's bluish black.
Bluish black.
It's navy.
It's navy. Oh,
Duh.
that's the color of my bed. Yo, anyway, you look good. What's up, Arnold? Good to see you, brother. Dave is in the building.
What's going on?
Red beard.
What's going on?
You haven't been.
the most hated on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I wouldn't call you the most hated.
I
Your
don't know.
pastor got
You
a
a
tie.
pastor, y'all
Yeah,
know it.
exactly.
And you know what? I've never.
Last week was crazy.
Yes,
They
pastor.
said he ain't even a pastor.
Pastor. They would call. They want you to
They
turn.
were calling you out, Pastor. I usually don't go back and read the comments, but for some strange reason, I went back and read the comments,
They
and
really was,
and it
man.
was like
They said, why he call this
the pastor.
That lady was like,
or
some lady
whatever
was
he
like,
is.
Don't call him a pastor. That's disrespectful.
What's his name?
What's his name? I said pastor.
But I mean, I always, say, why do we feel like a pastor or someone else is supposed to have this certain or act or be a certain way, and they just can't actually be real, genuine,
Absolutely,
with
and
everybody?
still be used by divine, right?
Yes,
man.
yes, because you are a messenger.
Exactly.
but
A mailman,
Yes.
a bus driver, right?
Yes.
Okay, so exactly right. And the crazy part is, I have a drink, we talk, we say a few choice words, but y'all for right?
Yes.
And I
remember-
saw. I mean, they were following you. Today's ready to
They
leave the
bought
church.
your book
and
and
say,
everything. Look, then they put
Then they read the book and it wasn't going by what their pastor had said.
Then they had a
and
bonfire.
They started burning
Y'all
it.
burning the book.
I'll pay $20. Do what the fuck you want with
You
the
want to
book.
buy some more? You need some more fire for that wood?
Yeah.
for that
Listen.
fire?
These thoughts were not my thoughts,
Oh,
but
Shanika, shout out to Shanika. She said they are definitely tired at this point. I don't know what she talking.
Oh, shout out Shanika.
Shanika, boy, she listens
Every,
every.
you are so supportive. We're gonna do something nice for you.
Say your favorite line
But
about
I
Shanika.
do not like you. I just don't like you.
it's like he got an ongoing hate against
Yes.
Nick. I don't even know what
He
she
don't
did.
like anybody that loves me. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what it is?
That's why he in love with his wife so bad because she hates me. So
That is true. That is
why
true.
we get
That's
along.
odd, right?
and he
there.
don't know. True story. I saved his relationship. I got them together because he never knew what to say. So it was. I called her on the phone, acting like I was him, and I said all this nice stuff to her, and that's how they got together.
Are you serious?
So, am I lying?
Lying.
You serious? You can't be
You
serious.
lying.
I'm not lying.
You're
I
lying.
saved their marriage.
This was 30 years ago.
This
I
was
used to
30
save
years
my
ago.
marriage in high school.
Because y'all were married in high school. Y'all was when you share a locker, you married in high school.
Pretty much so.
You
But
married.
you know, I moved out before because we broke up for 3 months.
I remember she put your stuff out in the middle of
I had to move in with my boy Russell because my brother wouldn't let me in his locker.
I don't share lockers. I don't share food. So I never.
Yo, what kind of brother is this, man? You supposed to hold.
And you're supposed to be a twin.
It's a twin.
We
You a
twins. We always had our own rooms. We never did no sharing.
That's crazy though in high school.
Nah, I remember back in the day. Remember when we was
party.
no, yeah, when we used to live on Elvis Road.
We had the house here on Elvis Road.
Why did y'all fight in the middle of the night?
Oh, we did shit because back then
They got into a fight.
Share.
Yeah,
they steal my
fell
clothes.
I stole his
fighting.
clothes.
They fell
Stole my
asleep
clothes.
They
fighting.
fell asleep fighting.
Fell asleep fighting.
But let me say
In the
this:
headlock. I
Arnold,
left them niggas in the headlock.
They used to break us up. We fought like crazy, but we never fought like when we were like younger. It's like when we were in our 20s for some reason. Like when we came home from college, we fought the next day, and then I was in shape. I beat his ass.
Let me tell you this stuff. The first time, we didn't fight that much, right? Because we used to get, but so he went to Norfolk State, and I went to Talladega. So I went. I ain't gonna say what I did in Talladega, but it wasn't as what he did. He was in the band.
So I exercised every day.
He
I was
worked
in
out and
shape.
everything.
So he wasn't.
So he came home in the
the
summer.
little twin no more.
He wasn't the punk no more. You know what I'm saying? So he
I went.
came
So
on
ain't no
there.
punk bitch no more.
I
You
never
don't keep
no punk
punking.
bitch.
So he came on this summer, right? That summer he came home, right?
We
And
fought.
we got into it. I put him in his. I noticed his arms got a little strong
Right.
from work.
that saxophone.
This thing put him on the ground. So then my wife called, said, "You all right?" I said, "No, man, I got jumped."
Man, he ain't think because the marching band, they had us lifting weights and everything. I
Exactly.
picked that little, he was about 100, 200 more pounds less than he is now. So I lift him up.
You bitch snugger.
But he got me when we moved in in that other.
No, but when we stayed on Elvis Road, man, back in the day, this was what 97, 98, something like that, right?
Shout out to Jerry Page. He tuned in, man. What's up, brother?
These dudes,
Paul Sockwell.
Arnold used to buy clothes for work.
Yeah.
This nigga always bought clothes for
I only bought
for
clothes
clubs, right?
That's
Right.
all I cared about.
So when he got a job interview, he taking on.
Yes. And so this nigga get mad at him.
I ended up getting this job where they made me wear like a tie and
Yeah, he had to wear a tie and a
So every day
button up
he
every
had-
day.
so
He get his
but
wardrobe.
Arnold leave for work like about an hour before I did. So I'll wait till he leave and I'll go steal his work clothes.
No, but
I would try to put him back.
What made me whip his ass though is because
He did beat me up that night, but he caught me off
it was
guard.
a new shirt. I just got this shirt.
Yes.
Brand
And
new.
this
You ain't even wore yet.
no, but
Didn't even put
look,
it on. It
look,
wasn't
the
even out
bad
the
part
bag.
about it is this nigga bought clothes. He
E-
bought new clothes every week.
every
right?
week.
This nigga never even washed the new clothes. He just bought new
New clothes.
Oh, and after he wore them, it was over.
Yeah, it
Because
was over with.
he always worked a job.
We didn't have a wash machine and dry, and I was too lazy to go and wash
So you
clothes.
get like 2 or 3 wearings out of that joint.
I used to buy underwear.
No, he
everything.
went one time and buy something else.
I would go and buy enough for week. Every week I buy.
But
like
this
new
particular,
clothes.
that's why I thought I would get away with stealing his work clothes. But this particular one time, it was a new shirt. He got a little, I didn't think he was going to take it that personal. That boy, so when I woke
we
up the
came
next
back
morning,
from the club. No, we was coming back from the club that night. It was a Thursday
But
night.
that's how stupid it is. This nigga was so drunk. He called himself getting ready for work. That
because we stayed out all night.
he
Anyway,
said, yeah, we stayed out all night. Then he just gonna grab my shirt and get his stuff together. I said, what you doing?
I was
It's a
drunk.
new
I
shirt.
didn't even sneak. I normally sneak.
Them
But
niggas,
anyway,
they stayed upstairs. I stayed outside. Them niggas was fighting,
They
right?
fought and it was in the head like holding each other.
Yeah,
and then they
in the
just fell asleep.
hallway, right? I went downstairs and went to sleep. I woke up, them niggas was on the ground sleep.
They're so tired. Huh?
Oh, but
Yes.
we fought in high school though. That one time we fought in high school.
I don't remember that.
Remember when we stayed in the homeroom? Remember in the book, everybody cleared the lot and they let us fight, and they stopped. And then the guys broke it up when they saw like we started ripping each other's shirts. That's when they said, "Okay, man."
And somebody's probably like, y'all brothers.
I don't remember us fighting. I don't remember us fighting.
Tell me this.
teenagers.
Just-
I just
That's
remember-
where your shirt ripping days started.
No, that started on our cruise. So that shirt, that was still.
Remember the time.
Any rate,
Hey, so this is the thing. This is the thing. Did y'all mother know about any of these fights? Or would she been like?
Nah,
she'd have been
like I
completely
said.
pissed.
We didn't fight when we lived with our.
Well, I
parents.
know. I'm saying, but if she had known about y'all fight, she would have been pissed.
We used to fight a little bit.
It was never nothing serious. It was more like just a push. It was never nothing.
No.
Like we didn't fight. We got along pretty well growing up.
I thought in the 20s though. She never knew y'all. She didn't know about them fights.
We wasn't live with her.
The days
So.
we can't live together though.
No, we can't.
We probably can do it.
No, we
now.
can live together now.
We live together now. It's back then in the 20s because
we were like
we was different.
Yeah.
My thing is he was trifling.
I was not trifling. I kept a clean
No,
room.
it wasn't
You
about
kept
that.
a
I'm
dirty
talking
room.
about it's about you have to work.
No, let me
So
put
why
it
would
this
you
way.
buy Oak Tree clothes to the club when you know you gotta wear a tie?
Let me say this.
He still can't get it together.
I've always been a very self-centered person back then. I'm different.
Biatch.
So
He's still self-centered.
I am not self-centered. I'm very.
I'm sorry. Right now, you have a grandson, so you got a little compassion now.
You better than you was last year. Let me put it
that. Anyway, yo, don't forget about our merch, Dave. Oh, you got it on. Dave, show them the sweatshirt. Are they available? Is the website up yet?
I didn't open the store yet, but it will be open.
Damn, he can't do nothing right. Anyway,
hey, I might open it tonight. So,
okay. Well, do your thing. So, what time is it, y'all? We might as well go to some hot topics. Let's get this started. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
And we ain't got like no music for. We need to get some music for.
But you can actually
like
go to
Going to the segments.
like a segment when you go on the segment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Do something
We'll do that next time. We'll work with the.
Speaking on the merch, you can.
Oh, we
actually
went past that. You had your time.
No.
Didn't he? You see, that's what I'm saying. That's unprofessional.
I'm just
You
saying.
had your time, man. That's what it is. I gave you the.
Hold up. Let me turn
It's
it up for you.
over.
It's over.
Let me turn it up for you.
tomorrow.
And scene.
Right. You know what?
No, but actually,
You know
on
why
a serious note, you can actually still go to openbargear.com and still sign up, and you'll get emails when everything is up and available for you.
Okay, facts.
Okay, great.
And scene. But look, so hey, look. I'm just so hot topics. So this weekend, this I think this is me too, because I do this too. And I consider myself a Christian man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I go to church. Kirk Franklin.
He cussed the sun out, didn't he?
Yeah, so let's say Kirk Franklin is in the hot seat right
Hey,
now.
can we play that?
He's trending right now.
Can you find that?
I should have played it. No,
Can
we
you
don't need to play
Okay.
it. So anyway, he called. His son is 33 years old, and he was being
I
disrespectful.
wish you to save that fact for later because that's what threw me off right there.
That he's 33.
Because when you hear the conversation being talked about, you think this is a father cussing out
They
a
already
19-year-old, an 18-year-old, a 22-year-old.
No, it's a spoiled
Hey,
33.
For 33.
they already getting on you already. It said, a pass is held up to a higher standard in God's holy word, and
Lord.
that's what counts.
Lord, see, this is the perfect topic. The Kirk Franklin topic. It's the same thing.
So
Right?
Kirk Franklin,
It's the same thing.
it's the
Same
thing.
exact thing.
So
Exactly.
Kurt obviously cussed his son out really badly.
Yes.
And it was the son actually set him up. He recorded the conversation. We didn't see the backstory, what caused, but we did
What
see the
led
son
to the
being,
cussing out?
we did see that the son was still being a little disrespectful because he said a cuss word to him
Yeah.
first, and then the Kirk Franklin said to him, "I will f you up," or blah blah blah. And he said, "Well, do it," or something like
He
that.
said, "I'll fuck you up." That's what he said.
And then so Kirk Franklin came back with
Break my foot.
He came doing well. Now I'm gonna say I have a 21-year-old daughter.
And you do cuss her ass out.
Sometimes I do get upset, and she brings it. She's the only person I think that brings it out. It's only because I want her to do better. Like if I see her doing something, and then
Especially
she
when
don't
you
wanna
taught her
listen.
better.
Yes,
You already talked to her about it probably 3 times.
right.
But the interesting thing about that is that again, when you keep saying Kirk's name and cuss his son out, the word son sounds young. This is a 33-year-old man.
Grown ass man.
Once I heard he was 33, I knew he was not a teenager, but I heard he was 33. I was like, yo, this is not even a story.
Because he basically a grown. You're not gonna let no grown man disrespect you, no matter who they are.
Yeah, what is
Well,
this?
because see,
And another thing is that the son was he gonna share it like as if he's a victim. At 33, you don't get to play the victim no more.
No, and you're a man. You're a
That's what I'm
grown man.
saying. Like when we was young, we coming up, we got stopped by the police at like 18, 19, maybe 20, you could still act like you kind of don't know the laws and stuff. But by the time you hit 22, 24, the officer like, sir, take this ticket and go ahead. Like you can't give them the puppy dog face.
At 16, they would still stop my ass.
Right.
Get away with shit.
I'm just saying, but at 33, you should be well in your career. You should be doing a lot of stuff.
You can't cry victim at 33.
I would just say this. I'm not going to say you should be well in your career. You shouldn't be doing that, all that. But I'm saying you are well past being over 18, okay? And you are an adult. You are responsible for your actions at this point in time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And the consequences that others you're going to get.
Because really, at 18, your ass can go to jail or you can go to war. You know what I'm saying? So
my thing is, kids, like personally, we sacrifice a lot for our kids. I know there's times where I wanted something I made sure my daughter had, and I was like, oh, I can't buy this for me because she need these shoes or whatever. You know, and but I'm just saying a lot of us sacrifice more for our kids. So sometimes you get to the point like, I can't believe that you did that after I didn't gave you everything I had. And that sometimes causes you to switch up.
But see, the thing about it is, right, we all have to understand they are adults. Right. They have their own minds.
That's right.
That's right. And sometimes you, like you said a minute ago, you want the best for your daughter, you know, but you can't want for her more than she herself.
But we're not gonna talk about my child.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just talking about in general.
Okay, well, say you want the best for your child.
But I understand what you're saying. But that's another, and that's what Kurt was going through. What you gotta understand, and I believe me as a father, and with sons, I got 2 sons. They push you to a point sometimes where you can, because you expect more from you. For more than anything, you expect more from your kids. So, so eventually, sometimes your kids take you to a level where you're going to end up saying some stuff
and
you shouldn't do. And I just think that it was personal what they did. And the son should never. The son will.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Some they put as they get older, they push the limits.
They push the limits, especially when they get older. Because,
exactly.
Because once you get older, I'm not expected to help you. I'm not expected to do stuff for you.
True.
You know what I'm saying? My thing is to get you out of
ready for the world.
Get you ready for the world. But once you 33 years old, I'm not responsible.
I'm not even gonna be arguing with my son on 30. Not like that. Like I don't argue with my son now. He's 27, and we don't have no arguments like that because I told him like when he was there going into high school, I was like, "Yo, I'm always gonna come get you. I'm always gonna take care of you. I'm always gonna try to advocate for you, but I'm never gonna like pay for your consequences. Like so." When you make decisions, those gonna be your consequences. Like I'm not changing places and going to jail for you. I ain't taking no punishments for you.
No, if you wrong, you wrong.
So I said, so when both my son and my daughter understood that early on, your decisions are on you, and that really helped our relationship because they out here in the world, they understand. Like I can ask dad for help, but I gotta handle this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What I have made a decision to get into.
Right, but back to the point, I think that first of all, his son was totally wrong for recording that. That's his family, but
that was a betrayal. That was a betrayal.
But in a sense, they try to say is that he said that his father, that he's scared by his father. His father threatened him all the time.
And that somehow
he always wasn't scared.
His father is not showing him love. He trying to play victim.
Right.
And I'm saying you don't get to do that at 33.
At 33, you don't do that. I can see if you were 17, 18.
You should never. First of all, you should never tape your family private stuff and put it on the public stage.
And do you think that that's going to help? Do you think that's going to get?
No, but he also had to hurt. See, he hurt. He hurt, but still, he tried to hurt Kirk. He wanted to hurt his career, but the only thing is, he made Kirk actually better because people
volume sales went up.
Exactly.
People can relate to Kirk.
Hey, Stomp got a million more sales yesterday.
You made Kirk more human.
Right.
You made it more like
exactly, but no, what really made me mad is the Christian community.
Yes,
and I'm a Christian. I'm a part of that Christian community, so I'm gonna say that.
Pam said I'm suspect, and I guess she's saying that we suspect Christians.
Well, we Christians though. That means we can sin. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think my pastor said it before. We all sin.
We all sin,
and we continue to sin. We don't mean to sin, but we can forgive ourselves. But my thing is, we human.
Right.
That's true. And what I'm saying, and Christians need to understand that they're human. And so, but my thing is, they doing the worst thing that you can do when you know you can't judge a person.
Yes,
because only God can judge.
And most of the time, they throwing rocks in a glass house.
Exactly. Because they always got something in their scale. Especially, I saw one dude supposed to be on this Christian show was talking about Kurt and how bad it is. And he was gay as on tomorrow. And I ain't saying nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's you. That's what you do. But what I'm saying is,
but there's people who don't believe in that, right?
Right. So I'm saying, but how you gonna be as sweet as Jamal and you judging Kirk Franklin?
But here's my thing, though. I feel like we are more the generation of Kirk Franklin, right? When we came up, Kirk was coming up.
Yeah.
Do you think it's more Christians that are being judgmental towards Kirk, or is it people in the world who like you're supposed to be a Christian and look how you talking?
I think so.
I think a lot of the church world kind of understand.
No, but when I say the church,
I don't think a lot of the church world because they try to hold him to a higher standard.
Well, I say our generation. I think our generation, this generation of Christians, is less judgmental. Like our parents and before them, deaf and people who were raised in that kind of mindset.
I think our judgmental,
still
very judgmental.
Out here like having sex, drinking, partying, everything.
See, you drinking and partying, right?
But they doing it,
and they
having babies all over the place. It's like
but they still will talk about
They still will talk about you.
Yo, shout out to Lonnie Lane. What up, Brick Bro? Big Cuz rather. Everybody, he says, everybody has their boiling points. It was just building up in him. His son needs to apologize to his father for posting that.
Yeah, I agree.
Posting that video.
I totally agree.
And
well, I think his son need a ass whooping. That's what I think.
I don't think Kirk can beat him though. He look bigger than Kirk.
Kirk, he is big. He does look bigger than Kirk. But this is the thing, though, too.
But Kirk ain't scared of him. Kirk showed him.
My thing is this:
No,
what happened to common sense? The money over there with your dad,
right?
The money ain't over here.
Same thing happened with Michael Vick. You understand what I'm saying?
What happened?
I'm just saying, like when Michael Vick had the dog scandal, right?
Yeah.
He is the money. Why do you let the money go away?
Exactly.
You send the money to jail. You take that charge.
Because that's what happened was his boys snitched on him.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They let him take the hit.
Why? He's the money.
Right.
They should have been like, yo, he ain't had nothing to do with it.
Look,
he just signed $100
million contract.
You don't think he was gonna be ready for you in 2 years when you came out? He wasn't gonna take it.
But I'm just saying, you was gonna be broke if he.
And you broke now because you didn't cut off the money.
Mike did 2 years. Somebody else could
No,
have did that 2 years.
Yes, somebody else could have
that's
did
why
that
he did that 2 years, and they came out. He had a house and everything waiting for you.
Because I'm sure that wasn't Mike Vick's idea. I think he probably
Mike.
I'm sure it wasn't either. But
that's what I'm saying. No, that's the point I'm making. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you just gotta know what's important to you. And some people's like,
he had a $100 million contract, right?
Yeah, $100 million contract, and then he had a Nike deal too. That was on top of the $100 million contract.
Yeah, they ruined.
All he had to do was
point being taken. Your common senses, yo. Why mess with the money? Like
that's what I'm saying. People always want to mess with the money.
You 33. You respect your dad. You honor your father. He ain't gonna let you go and one for nothing.
No, you're not. If you respect,
if he tell you to come in, you come in.
Come humble.
Yeah, like what's the problem?
I mean, the thing about it is, you can. Matter of fact, you ain't even gotta come humble. Like my father, if he had it like that, even my father, he ain't even got it like that. He mad at me or whatever. We not speaking right now, but he say he needs something. I'm gonna come because that's my dad.
Exactly.
And personally, like I said, my mother, I'm in my 40s, and I have never disrespected my mother, no matter what. I can't even bring my
either.
But I admit
like when you raised it from young like that, you never could bring yourself to
I can't bring myself. Now, there's been times I've been wanting to be like, so I'll just give her a nice
That's what
touch.
we used to do. We used to go, we could hit our mother. She pisses off. We said we can't hit a weird tap,
but when she figured out what we were doing, she figured that out because we used to get mad at her and we'd just give her like we just touch her. And that would be like our way of hitting her and feeling better. But she figured out what we were doing.
That's
she started going on, man.
She figured it out. She said, "Touch me."
Don't even look over. Don't even look. If we point our finger that way, she ready to break it.
But she figured it out.
But see that? But that's respect.
That's
you know
funny.
what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like my parents or my grandparents, they never even seen me drink, smoke, cuss, none of that. Because it's a form of respect.
And even with my mother raised us. When my dad, he was in our life, but he didn't raise us. But I couldn't find myself to disrespect him either.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's just a matter of respect.
It's all about respect.
And when he, like you said, when he called,
if my dad called,
we there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's what I'm saying. It's not even a hard thing. I'm looking at Kirk's son like, yo, you have a ticket nobody else got. You Kirk Franklin's son. You could go to any record label and just be like, "Yo, I just want to get a job, man."
You
They be like, "Who? Kirk Franklin's my dad,
but
I don't
gotta do that."
And look, he could be like, "I don't want it on the merit of my dad, but he's my dad." But you know what? And they still gonna give you. Look, you gonna get a job, and then how proud would your dad be that you working in the industry?
Shout out to Pam Gaskin again. This time she gave us a good point. She said everyone has a point where the best in us may not be reflected. We all fall short. Further, Kirk.
That's true.
She said more, but I'm not going to read the rest.
Of course, he.
To Debbie Gale, she said Kirk Franklin's problem goes on more than some. She said other stuff. You can read that.
And that's the thing. All of us collectively said we would never disrespect our mother. Same thing. Just real quick.
Especially
for
if she's worth
our
20
engineer
million.
tonight. Engineer, listen. Would you ever disrespect your mother? Huh?
He's Jamaican.
Like he's Jamaican. Like, how does that go? Like,
You wouldn't bumble clot your mama.
Bumble clot.
You would never do that, right?
Not intentionally.
Like it's not acceptable, right? So you got to think about that for a second. I was just wondering about like the culturally, like, do they carry it the same way? You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. Like with your parents, man, like, not only should you feel like really less than if you disrespect your parents, Joe, that would crush your mom. If y'all ever disrespect your mother, even though she might not show it to you, that would crush her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the Bible says, honor thy mother.
You don't live
Mother and
long, or
father.
your life live short.
you live.
Your days may be long.
But
right?
even now, I do know. I have a friend. His mother was horrible to him. Like, stole his money, did a lot. But he just don't talk to her. But he won't disrespect her.
That's exactly.
And he just don't mess with her at all. Like, he haven't spoke to his mother in years.
How can you go around doing that? But I ain't gonna lie to you, because I was bad. And it took me a while, man. And I had a little whipping, man, a little tap. My mother actually pulled me to the side, because I used to go weeks without calling my mother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it wasn't by choice. It just
You were so caught up in your world.
so caught up in my world when I'm
Right.
going. And that upset my mother, man.
Okay, right.
And
That's what I'm saying.
And she told me, man, she
was like, I don't hear from
you. Can't
you.
even call
A
bro,
month, 2 months go
you
by.
You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying. If you ever really disrespected her, that would hurt your mother to her heart, man.
Yeah.
She'd be like,
oh yeah, I can see.
I birthed y'all, protected y'all, and
I'm telling you,
I'm guilty of that too. I don't call my mother calls me probably more than I call her.
Right. That's
True.
what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
me too.
my
I'll
mother.
be honest, the same thing.
I can remember, like, it's good. Like, you can remember when you date times that your mother sacrificed
Yeah.
a lot. And I've
Yeah.
seen my mother.
First of all, your mom is the only woman that you just go balls to when something wrong. You know what I'm saying? You're like, Mom.
Yeah, you could just show your.
You know what I'm saying?
My
Like,
son do that, John. He come in the room, but hey, man, look at this dad on my-
Exactly.
Bitch, stick, get out of here, man.
No, you guys, you can show your mom everything. You get your
And they're
mom
so supportive.
and they figure out something. I'm saying, go in the kitchen and do this, go in the closet and do this. They give you some kind of remedy to your problem.
And it's like it's natural.
Exactly.
Like my wife,
So-
she's young, and it's like natural to her.
This might be our
So,
Mother's Day
yeah,
segment. We
right.
have to change this.
Back on the subject,
me.
Kirk Franklin gave an apology. I think he did not have to do that.
No,
He
he did
shouldn't.
not.
I'd be like, mind your business. Shout out to Glo Blair. She said Kirk shouldn't have offered an apology.
Nope.
He should have said, "Yeah, I cursed that."
That ungrateful.
Do it again, god damn it.
Because your mother always say back in the day, used to be like, you hit me, I'll call the police. Let them come. 'Cause I'm gonna beat your ass right from there. I'm gonna pack your clothes.
And they say the famous thing: "I brought you in this world, I'll take you
I
out."
really believe my mother would have done that. I think that my mother would have. She'd
My
have
mother
killed me.
tried that one
I think my
time.
mother would kill
Because
me
of my
before she let me
brother.
disrespect
My
me.
hate
But that's
brother.
the thing. But that's
My
the thing.
hating brother.
What
He
did I
got
do?
mad because I was with a girl and I was hanging with him. He mad because he was in the house. He told her where I was
No,
at.
that's not true. I was more concerned, just as my mother. Nobody heard from him all day. This was like 9th grade.
But you knew where he was at.
I did not know where he was at. He didn't tell me.
See,
He
you
left.
know if I'm not there, I'm
But
with a
look,
girl.
he know that Joyce Timmons said be home. None of us never. If she said be home,
right.
we made sure regardless we were home. This particular, he was almost 2 hours in the hood. And I was like, Mom, I don't know. So I'm just as mad too because your dumb ass ain't come home. So yeah, I told her.
You getting interrogated,
nigga.
Right,
But this nigga be calling you now, worrying about your ass because your ass go missing for days now.
Right, I'm a grown ass man. You ain't got to worry about me.
I ain't say that.
But I call. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. My mama know where I'm at. I call my mother every day.
She be looking for you too.
No, she called me looking for you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I be like dude on what's that Wesley Snipes on go get Gator. Go get Gator out.
This nigga called me talking about you heard from Ronnie. I'm like, nah.
he in the trap house, yo.
I mean, sometimes I take a trip.
He disappears, yo.
That nigga disappears off the grid. That nigga go off the grid.
I'm gone for a couple of days.
But you don't do that now since you're a granddaddy.
But yeah,
since you're a granddaddy,
I have responsibilities. But Kirk, I think Kirk did not have to offer an apology, and I kind of felt bad.
He should have.
I think he got bad publicity. I think he would have came out even more.
No.
He still went on top.
He did it. He did it because it was trending, and because he's a public figure. As a public figure, you have to take the high road. You got to take the up road. So there are people who follow him there are people who don't know the whole story, but the fact that the audios of you cursing,
right?
Even though they know they don't have the context, it makes
because he ain't cursed.
Feel bad.
He ain't cursed. He cursed.
Yeah.
His voice got you motherfucker.
It was great. He
for real, I ain't hear it.
He knew some
fans. I want to
fans.
see if he play it.
He knew some fans felt kind of horrified hearing him talk like that,
right?
Because he normally talking about the praises, raise the praise, right? So I understand why he apologized because that.
I bet you do.
Because that makes the fans, the people who really support you, to their heart, not feel as though you are just like a hypocrite, like you're doing two different lives or something like that, right?
Right.
Because it's just a soundbite.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why he apologized. But
Anyway,
hey, but I will say this.
Go ahead.
I will say this though. We all live two different lives.
Well, okay.
We live our home life and then
our
we
private.
live, and our private lives. You know,
That's
I mean,
true. Do you got different names? Do you call your different names?
No, we don't got different names.
Okay.
But we all have double lives.
Like I'm red, like what you red bone is double.
Because I meant if you call my work phone,
yes, you are a totally different person.
Good afternoon, Ron Austin. How can I help you? You
call this cell phone. What up? This I'm not here.
Anyway, salute moment goes to Kirk. Yo,
hey Kirk, we there with you, buddy.
We there for you.
We there with you.
Yeah.
Hey, you can come on our show if you want.
Yes. Actually, I don't curse my kids out, but they just know not to say shit to me.
Well,
my kids didn't even know I cursed until they started watching the show. My adult kids
I tried. I swear to God. I swear to God, I try not to, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I really
know the
try.
thing with you, not to put your person out there, but I think it was that you really be trying to, one, you more concerned about your baby girl than you admit you are.
Yes.
And then two, you really want her to be solid and strong on her own, being the only child for you.
Right.
She got cousins, but still,
but you don't mistake.
You want her to be strong. So you pushing her, in a sense, you kind of trying to force it, which is the real problem. That's why you go off the way you do, because you can't force it. So that some of it you got to be like this. Listen,
that's true.
I gotta help her where I can help her, and the other places I gotta let her find her way.
And mistake I make though, because I cuss around my kid. I cuss like, especially my older son.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I forget that
we get it from our father.
And I
now that he get older,
and I'll be having conversations with him. I'll be having like gangster conversations with him.
Yeah.
But then,
nigga, you ain't never been gangster. I ain't no gangster. Life.
I know. I'm saying the way we slang conversations.
No, for sure.
And so I'm giving him like talk, right?
You letting him in a little bit, like
letting him in. So then I'm in the bedroom in his room down the hall from us. And
you hear him saying the same thing.
You hear him cussing on the phone with somebody, and I'm like, "Boy, don't be cussing in my house." But he said, "Dad, you just like cuss like."
You just unloaded the whole time we was in the car, right?
And and
your mama ain't supposed to know that I let you cuss like that.
And I would say my mother is a minister, and she does not curse. But if you make her mad, she don't care where she at. She'll be in the pulpit. See my mother beat this woman up as she was marching down the aisle, reached over and punched her lady in her stomach.
Oh,
so don't play with Mama Joyce.
Why?
Nobody play with. She gonna get mad. I told that story.
Yeah, why she tell that story? Exactly.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
But the woman deserved.
You drinking that true serum.
The woman deserved. That's all I'm gonna say. And Mama marched down that aisle.
Y'all see that?
And she punched her
when the lady got hit. Lady was walking past and just tapped the lady with the book.
Oh yeah,
she fell out like she.
That's really old. But anyway, moving on again. We gave the salute moment to Kirk. Yo, let's talk about so the Piers Morgan thing. I know we talked about that before, but let's
Did we talk about it?
No,
I don't think we
talking about.
Well, Piers Morgan, of course, he went off on his show with Good Morning
over in Europe.
Good Morning Britain.
UK,
Good Morning Britain. And him and another black guy from a mix. Okay, he's black. A black guy on the show who's co-host, who's the weatherman on the show. They got into a debate, and he was
he called him out.
He called him out because Piers Morgan made disparaging comments towards Meghan Markle, and because she's mixed race, like this co-host is. The co-host was saying that you have a personal issue with her. He called him out because apparently Piers Morgan was trying to date Meghan Markle,
and she dissed him. She curved him. She curved him
heavy
and that's the thing.
And that's the night she met. The night she met Harry.
Called him out. He called him out for facts. You are jealous. You are upset because she chose Prince Harry over you.
You giving the Tito because the night he was trying to take her
is the night that he met Harry. The night he met her at a pub. He drove her. They went to the pub together, and at the pub he bought her a couple of drinks.
And she met Harry that night.
He drove her off. She said she had another event. He drove her to the other event, and that's the night that she met Harry. She met Harry, and she never called Piers back
again.
Right. But she never even said she wanted Piers like that.
Hey, she was living that Cinderella life. She met the prince.
But my thing with this,
she was about to take Piers' money, but Prince had more.
But look, but he went off like a straight.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is that the black guy, and I'm gonna move on because it also just connected to the show The Talk with Cheryl Underwood and Sharon Osbourne.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm gonna connect them. So again, the black guy was trying to explain to Piers how his statements can come across as racism. Not racism. He's trying to say don't necessarily mean that you're actually saying racist words, but the intent,
it's almost the intent and energy behind it
becomes racism.
Exactly.
So the same thing happened. We can move on to Cheryl on The Talk.
Yeah.
Sharon Osbourne, and unfortunately it's sad because they made The Talk go on hiatus for the next week or so.
Really?
Till they figured this out.
So Cheryl Underwood, who's a black woman.
She's a black woman. Shout out to her.
It.
She's a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
Yeah, she's a co-host. And then Sharon Osbourne is another host, right?
Yeah, and I used to love Sharon Osbourne too, man.
And so Sharon Osbourne is also British.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And Piers is her friend.
Piers is her friend.
Yeah.
So she tried to take up for Piers.
Now let me just put a pin right there real quick. She tried to speak. She tried to say as a friend, like any friend would do. You should stand by your friend, right? She tried to say, I've never heard him say XYZ, but it's hard to say that when he said something or recently that everybody else knows that sounds kind of racist or whatever. But she's like. But she's trying to vouch saying that privately he hasn't shown race. He wasn't racist.
Right. Yeah,
I don't see a problem with them both having that opinion.
I don't have, but see, it's the time and day of this culture and this life, right? Everything that someone says about another race is racism.
And that's what the cancel culture thing.
Let me finish. Let me. Oh, you got something to say?
I think I'm going to the same point to where you're trying to go to, and that is because it kind of brings you to the question of. At the door. It kind of brings you the question of when you're friends with somebody who is racist, does that make you racist?
No, it doesn't. I don't think it does.
If you're a supporter,
but see, the thing about it is, just because you say something and it may seem like it's racist, but why does you just have an opinion about something, or you may not like that situation? Why do you have to be racist?
Right.
Well, the thing is, and it is.
Yeah, I mean, they were saying that. I mean, that's what it kind of brings you that fundamental question that if see, like I said, what Piers said doesn't necessarily make him racist, but it may have been a racist statement.
Yes,
she's trying to vouch for him and say, my friend, in privately, I know him personally. He's not racist. I think that's perfectly in bounds. But if you defend him, in that, it's like people who supported Trump. I feel like, if you support Trump and you vote after what he's done and said, I really can't mess with you. Now, does that make that person the same as Trump?
No.
No, it doesn't technically, right?
Well,
No.
but I still can't mess with you though.
But what becomes racist about the situation, this is how Sharon Osbourne got connected in it, is when you how you don't want to explain, you don't want to accept what the racist thought that they're saying. Like she's trying to explain that what she don't want to accept exactly what the guy, because Cheryl Underwood trying to tell her want to accept that. She still want to take
Sharon
up.
didn't want to hear that part.
Sharon Osbourne.
Oh,
So the crazy thing about it brought a lot of light to a lot of things that Black women have to go through. So that so Cheryl Underwood kept herself under control. Like, oh my God, Cheryl Underwood kept herself under control.
Put your phone on mute.
Cheryl Underwood kept herself under control.
Okay.
She the whole time this white woman is yelling at her. Tell me how.
Sharon Osbourne was going off like that,
yelling at her. She even cursed. Cheryl Underwood really stayed under control. Like she never,
she knew how the Black woman could easily come off as the angry Black woman.
That's what she did. So that's why she stopped.
But Glow said some. Well,
go ahead.
Gave a few things. She was saying that first of all, we was talking about the talk show went on hiatus because of the situation. Glow said the talk show went on hiatus because of what happened and Sharon calling out Holly Pete Robinson, calling her ghetto on the show. She was saying, and she's saying the other Black host that was a young light-skinned girl requested an investigation. So that was one reason. On that. So that's why the show went into
just drama for no reason.
And then she said Sharon also tweeted that she stands with him. I guess she was saying
that she still agree with
Piers Morgan.
Well,
I mean, I don't have a problem with none of the situation. For the simple fact of it is, I think we're oversensitive right now.
Yes, I think, and like now it's going, Steve.
Yeah,
with the cancel culture thing.
Yeah,
I think the cancel culture is a little out of control. I think it's like
because now
anything you don't like, you want to cancel.
Yes, but the thing about it is, we're not getting the truth out of people anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because
we already wasn't getting it right.
We was
worse.
It was bad enough before,
yeah.
But now it's getting even worse.
That's why I like the Me Too movement.
We cannot move ahead if we can't communicate with one another without something
being completely offensive.
Right. Yeah, being offensive
a total deal breaker.
You gotta watch what
everything's a deal breaker, right?
Yes,
like we can't deal.
But
with
like
no
even
more.
what you just said. You voted for Trump. I can't message you. That's a deal breaker.
Yeah, no. When I say that, but no. What I'm saying is
but
that
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that's a deal breaker for a lot of people.
But I'm saying if you support Trump, what I'm saying is that I ain't got nothing really for you. I ain't saying that we can't work in the same building. See, my thing is I ain't saying we can't
be friends.
Like, yeah, we're not gonna be friends.
Just saying I'm not gonna talk.
Hey, you guys, we're gonna go to a quick 30-second break, and we're gonna bring our female co-host with us to join in on this conversation because we really want to hear a Black woman's point of view on this whole situation and how Cheryl Underwood handled it.
Don't you start with that Me Too stuff.
So y'all just hold on with us. We're gonna go to an actually 30-second break. Please don't leave. Stay online.
That's gonna be long.
No, that's not. We ain't that.
Yo, welcome back to the open bar. Oh, you sound like Michelet. Hey, look. Hey, yo, we back right now. Of course, we joined by our first female co-host in our new studio. First female co-hosts.
No, it's not the first.
No,
Our first.
It's not our first.
Hey, Dave,
I'm
just
talking
go
about
with it.
in the studio.
Dave,
Who
just
was
go
our
with
for
it,
other?
Dave.
Oh,
Dave,
Sharice is regular.
Why
Okay.
Dave always want to correct?
I know you always want to
everything?
correct.
I
Anyway,
know this dude ain't talking.
we got Miss Tone is in the building. She's a local
What's up,
fashion
Tone?
designer.
Tone, what's in my cup?
Turn that down. Turn
You
that down.
have mango Ciroc with a little twist. Okay.
So we got Miss Tone. She's a local fashion designer. Y'all gotta check her stuff
She
out.
just made that outfit this morning,
Right.
I did.
and I swear his nose
Stand
thread
up.
laid
Stand
out
up.
of it.
Stand up.
Yes, I had to put something together.
Tone, come right here so we can see it.
For y'all.
Tone made her outfit. Y'all already know on my page.
That's
Tone made
nice.
her outfit today.
That's nice.
I made it this morning.
Super
And of
dope.
course we got. What do you go by now?
Anything.
I didn't want to say Talia, but
You want me, Talia? That's what you
Talia.
call me.
Talia. She's the. She used to be a nerd. Now she used to be an ugly
I'm
duckling.
still a nerd.
Oh
Fuck you,
man,
Ron.
y'all be such nerds
She
coming
is
up.
good. Anyway.
When has a nerd said "fuck you"?
Right, exactly.
F you.
Right?
That's how nerds talk.
Okay, and this is the best part. She's always been like that.
A
She's
nerd.
always been fuck you and not F you.
I've
Nah,
never heard it.
I
She
never
used to talk
heard
like
it.
No,
a.
I didn't use to
She's a,
cuss.
she's a talk like a white woman.
I didn't
growing
use to
up.
cuss,
Well, she
did I?
dressed like a white woman when I met her.
She can't cut.
So
But anyway,
that's all right.
before we left, we were talking about the Sharon Osbourne
and Cheryl
and Cheryl Underwood situation. Now I'm glad we got two beautiful sisters here. And you guys are of the darker complexion as well.
Mhm.
So I'm sure that you guys can relate to what Cheryl Underwood. Now you both are working in the industry you both have jobs, I'm assuming. So there's times where you
Well,
have to
know
be
it's in real life.
huh?
I said, you know it's in real life.
Right.
Well, I don't have a 9 to 5 anymore, but I was in the medical field for 20 something years.
So there's to be real calm like Cheryl Underwood was. So is that
I mean,
not you? So how would you how do you
Right.
think Cheryl handled
Yes, you did.
You think Cheryl Underwood handled the
diplomatic. You was
situation?
I'm
diplomatic.
serious. I think she handled the situation well because she's on, of course, a bigger platform.
Move your
She
mic
need-
up, Blue.
She needs her money and she needs her job. She's on a bigger platform, so I commend her for handling herself that way.
Cheryl Underwood.
Yes, because Sharon Osbourne was really out of line, and
I can't believe Sharon Osbourne was going off like that though.
yeah,
would've
because
got sold.
Sharon
Like-
Osbourne was defending Piers Morgan.
Right, I'm saying, but why? Well, Sharon Osbourne is old now, so she should have better.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But no, but
you,
Sharon-
you should know better. That's
No,
what made me.
But
really
but
pop
Sharon
off.
Osbourne, her ways are like she's like Donald Trump. She feels she can just
hold
say
on.
and do
I'm
whatever
saying
she
I
wants.
did hear. I heard that Sharon Osbourne did. She actually said, "I feel like I'm being attacked for standing up for my friend." Like because they were trying to show her. You said they were trying to tell her the way, like how that looks or how it sounds.
Yeah, but it's
But
the
she was
way.
like, but
No.
I know him and he's not racist.
But what pissed me off is the fact that when
What
she
makes you
said,
racist?
when she looked at Cheryl Underwood in her face, she said, "Don't you even try to cry. I should cry."
That why the hell should you cry? When
And
this
so-
is a,
and I
this
love-
is a black issue.
And exactly, and that's why I
you
love
can never
the way
speak on a black
I
issue.
love the way that Cheryl Underwood at that point, because you could tell in her face, she was like, "Bitch, who the fuck is you talking
Yeah,
to?"
yeah,
right? But
right.
she said, she calmed down. She said, Sharon, it's the, and she spoke well. She articulated
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And it's
Cheryl was a
it's
class
kind of
act.
sad because a lot of
Yes.
black women have to go through that. I'm sure
But
because you don't want to come
That's true.
across
That's
as
true.
the angry
the
black
angry
woman.
woman. They automatically look at a darker skinned woman or a bigger woman as the angry black mammy type.
that's
you know,
that's been
stereotype.
my
Yeah.
sister her whole career. Like she's in government now,
Right.
and she works for very powerful white men. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And they like to try to put her in check, show her place and stuff, and she'd be like, "But I'm giving you accurate information. So why are you trying to check me?" Because they don't like when a dark skinned, bigger size woman or whatever is smart,
Mhm.
knows what she's talking about,
Mhm.
and
They
is
get
on point.
intimidated.
Well, it's the same thing with black men as well. We have to.
Well, that's true.
We have to keep our mouths shut sometimes. Just
You
just
can't.
to
Yeah,
keep
you
peace.
can't know it. You can't know everything.
Yes,
You got.
a lot
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
LeBron
times
James, for instance.
because a lot of times
You
because
think that black men don't go through the same issues that black women?
well,
Oh,
it's
we go
even
Y'all
worse.
have y'all issues
But
too.
it's on a
worse.
different.
Oh, yeah, y'all. You
But-
got your
but
own
you know,
personal
some-
own-
First of all, I stop by the police and y'all got in y'all little
Yeah.
mood. Y'all can say whatever. We couldn't even open
Nah,
our
another
mouths.
thing.
no,
But see, that's what I'm
no, we
saying.
can open ours less. But Sandra Bland,
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
but she didn't even open her mouth
No, Sandra Bland's talking trash.
But to stay back on the subject though, to stay back on the subject, you guys.
No,
but I think the
that's
difference between a black woman and a black man in a situation is most of the time they are afraid physically of a black man, but for a black woman, they disrespect, they try to belittle you guys, and a lot of times. So then when y'all stand up for yourself, y'all come across as bitches, or it's over dramatic.
Well, a black woman definitely gets labeled much faster,
right?
But we get attacked, like they'll fire us, get rid of us,
because they're afraid,
or
they're
the police.
The first thing they say is we're gonna kill.
There's an intimidation that they feel they can intimidate a black woman before they could a black man.
That's
a
true.
Black man automatically is quote unquote aggressive.
True.
A black woman.
Well, they call y'all aggressive too.
But we can be put in our place.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, they more so think they can control you,
And
but they get afraid when
that's what happened with Cheryl Underwood. She
Right.
tried she tried to son her.
Well, then it came out that she did the same thing with Holly Robinson.
Okay.
Right.
That's a new one.
It also came out that
That's like a rap word.
it also came out that she did the same thing with
Cheryl Underwood wasn't
right.
going for it.
And she did the same thing with Holly Robinson. Holly Robinson revealed Holly P. Robinson that she said that she called her too ghetto for the show.
And the next thing Holly knew, she was actually to leave the show.
Wow.
And you know how Holly Robinson Pete is. Who would look at her as ghetto?
So is Sharon off on the
No, Sharon did come back with a statement.
Regular,
She came back with a statement saying she doesn't have the power or authority to get anyone fired, and that wasn't true.
child, we know you lying.
Well, let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
In that situation with Cheryl and Sharon, if that was two black women, would there still be an uproar in the situation?
I don't think.
First of all, it's been a different conversation.
No.
Exactly.
What I'm just saying, if saying who Sharon is, right, that was a black woman, right, and she was sticking up for Pierce in the situation.
Oh, you saying if the black woman was sticking up? Different.
That black
would have
woman
been
would
different.
have been crucified for sure though.
Huh?
She
But no, it'd have
because
been
it's now become a racial issue.
No,
So
because
a black person
let's go
takes-
back to this though. In the beginning, let's be honest. Piers Morgan thing really wasn't a racist issue.
It wasn't.
It was a jealous.
He was
issue.
jealous.
Yes.
That's what
Yes,
I'm saying.
that's because he didn't get a chance to
Right,
hit.
he didn't
Right.
I mean, it was
Now it's become racial.
No, but let's
It
say
became
this. Let's say
racial.
this. I agree with you, Arnold. It was started out as it is a jealous issue on his behalf, but his statements were racist, or they made
So
racist
what statement
incremental.
did he make? Like,
What
yeah,
What's
why-
racist?
I heard that he put her in the cab. They were supposed to be dating.
Not
He put
that
her in
wasn't the part. It
cab.
wasn't
No,
that.
no,
It
no,
was
he
just
said
like
when-
all
But his-
week.
his
when he was speaking on it that
the
morning.
stadium-
No, he
All-
just said he
on
all-
the show.
believe what
No,
he said.
all week on that show, he's been
He
bashing
bashing her.
But no, he quit the day that
No,
he
no,
brought it
That
out.
was how
no.
everybody bashed him.
But
Yeah.
he quit the day the co-host called him out.
Yeah.
The co-host called him and said, Pierce, let's just say your real
But
problem.
that was the same day after the interview came out.
Yeah.
or
He's
whatever.
like, your problem is she curves you. And he said,
he was saying, let's
so these remarks you're making are really not out of any kind of objective, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, observation.
Because your feelings are hurt.
Your feelings are you emotional. And Pierce was going, this and this.
because he
And
was
they
saying
back
y'all
and forth.
was friends, and she stopped being your friend.
And Pierce threw a temper tantrum. So
But the way they introduced race is they basically was like he felt like he was this upper echelon white man with privilege, and how dare this black
Right.
girl tell him that she's like curb him basically.
yeah,
So
for
they
a
threw-
better white boy.
Well,
threw
well,
race
my
into
thing
it, but
is
it
this.
definitely was not race to begin with.
It wasn't race, because just think about it. Just think about it. You are a dude. Just saying, you got money, right? You got money, right? But
Okay.
you ain't got
Okay.
LeBron
Okay,
James
man.
money,
No,
right?
exactly.
So LeBron James come in and takes your girl from you, right? You're
Yeah.
gonna be mad. You're gonna be pissed.
But you
right?
understand.
But
You're gonna understand, right? You're gonna be mad. You might cuss her out behind.
But this
closed
other
doors.
thing, though, she wasn't even his girl.
That's what I'm saying.
It was
But
one
no,
date.
but you,
It wasn't even a
I'm just
date.
saying,
He gave her a ride.
You're mad. But you're mad on two levels.
Because you do have a little bit of money. You got a little bit
You
of power,
got a little bit
right?
of money,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
But see,
And you're
one,
fat
you
and
didn't
ugly.
hit. One, you didn't
He
hit.
didn't
That's
hit.
why you mad. Because you
And-
couldn't,
oh,
because
and
you
you- no,
couldn't
and
use
you
Ray
couldn't-
J on her.
And you
I
couldn't
hit it
compete.
first.
But you couldn't compete either. And he couldn't compete with Harry.
Yeah.
He's younger, got more money.
Yeah,
but-
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
there was no competition.
You guys,
He was the most eligible
you guys,
athlete
unfortunately,
in the world.
Exactly.
we had to close.
He
this
got his
segment.
own money.
Right. We had to close the segment.
boy got
out.
his own money.
Can we
We got to
ask
close
one of
this
our
sec-
questions, Ronald?
Well, I really brought y'all here for the love, sex, relationship department. So,
But
bring
we
y'all
do
in.
instead of
So the
segment.
last segment we're gonna talk about.
Me and Tone do this at Tone's house or my house on Mondays, and we have our own questions. But Ronald already told me we just want your opinion.
That's
Okay.
You know how he do.
right.
He don't want nobody to steal the show.
No, that's
been
not
saying
it.
what?
You can steal the show.
He
But
was
anyway,
like,
next on before we leave, we have to talk about the Grammys. There was so much history made
ain't
at the
saying.
Grammys.
Lil
No
Baby
one
did it for me.
watched.
Shout out
You ain't
to
like Lil Baby?
No, Lil Baby did it for me. That
Oh,
was the
okay.
whole.
I thought you.
I thought
I
it was
heard
great.
about-
Let's
What
go
about
down to
the
some of
white
the
kid
let's
with
go
the
down on
black?
some of the great winners. The one, of course, Beyonce.
Yawn.
She won. She made history.
Yawn.
She got the most Grammys out of all artists, not only black.
No,
No,
as a
female.
female.
No.
It's female.
Female.
No.
We already looked it up.
Ronald
It's
don't even
female.
know what the
She
hell
had
he talking
28,
about.
which beats out everybody.
No, it
but
does not.
27
It doesn't.
for female.
It
Look at
doesn't.
it.
We looked
What
it
is
up.
No.
it? What is it, Arnold? What is
Looked
it?
it up.
It's females.
It's
You got-
females.
It's females. I
It's
mean,
not. It's all artists.
That's what I
She
said,
beat
too.
Michael Jackson.
okay, hold
She
on,
beat
hold on.
everybody.
No,
She beat out
would you
Michael.
She
please
beat Michael,
just Google
Mariah,
that, please?
Whitney.
Mariah.
Just Google and
Oh
see
hell no.
who has the most Grammys of all time.
It's
Just
a-
We
Google
going
it.
to we
It's
going
a-
to
it's a-
get it
it's a,
get it
It's an
authenticated.
Exactly
artist
right
that
there.
Wait a
what
minute,
they
I've
call
been
an
sipping,
instrument
y'all.
artist that got the
I
most.
said
got
We can
31.
see. Yeah, see
who
exactly.
you say?
Exactly.
It's a what they call a director.
A composer,
Yeah.
a score, a
composer?
movie score
Yeah.
Composer.
type of
Yeah,
person.
he
Who
got
has the most?
31.
Exactly.
Singer.
Who has
Singer.
31?
She has
No,
the
no,
most.
we know
Ronald
that.
said
That's
singer.
not that's not a
Ronald
category.
did say
What
singer.
That's not a
I said
category.
singer.
You said Grammy.
That's not a
You got the
category.
most Grammys of all.
Artists. Yeah, it was artists. It
Yes.
wasn't singer. It was artists.
Well, yeah, it's artists.
No,
All of them are artists.
Is
so
everybody.
a composer is an artist.
Yeah,
too.
artists is everybody.
Well, let me say
And
this.
she tied
Beyonce-
with Quincy Jones for all together.
I love
Thank you.
Quincy Jones.
That
Well,
was
like
at
I-
27, but she beat him.
Thank
She
you,
got
Dennis.
28.
No,
he got
she
28.
he got 28 too.
No.
Hey,
She got-
we
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm sorry.
Here
Okay,
is
so
I
George
can't talk.
Salty
Ronald
holds
we
the
not
record
talk.
for 31 awards. Okay.
He's
Okay, so
31.
he's the winner.
Oh, okay.
and he
A
what they call-
composer.
Composer.
All right. So Beyonce for a female
Okay,
artist,
for a female artist.
Beyonce
and
still
for
did
black
that.
artists.
I mean, we
Ronald's
understand
like a
he's the
bougie.
president of the
The
Charles
Beehive.
County
The Beehive.
Beehive Club.
Beehive.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm always
I'm
going to say.
PG County.
Shout out to Blue Ivy, got her first Grammy.
She did.
Why?
Oh yeah,
Her
For,
first?
she
Why?
featured.
Her
She was
only
featured in
Grammy.
one of the songs for
That's
her
so
mom.
whack.
She co-wrote.
That's
She
so
co-wrote Brown Skin
I know
Girl.
how that goes.
They
Politics.
gave her the basically
Shout out
credit. Yeah.
Tiffany
Politics.
Haddish. Tiffany Haddish got a Grammy.
Shout out to Tiffany.
1986.
Thank you,
She's the
Dennis.
first
Black woman since
We're
Whoopi
first
on
Goldberg.
streets.
first woman
Northwest.
comedian
Comment.
to get a Grammy since Whoopi Goldberg's
Oh,
was
that's
the
good.
other.
Since-
That's
yeah.
good.
So-
Tiffany had it.
And
Yeah.
Even though I heard her do
did.
it,
She found out while she was filming her other show. Something about kids.
Kids said
And
darn
they
thing.
called and told
Yeah.
her she won a Grammy, and she
Yeah,
was just
that
so
was pretty
humble.
nice. I like
So-
her
And
new
the
look
kids
too.
was clapping
Oh
for her
yeah,
and stuff.
it grew on me.
That blonde.
Yeah,
look,
it grew
look
on me.
good
Yeah.
Shout
Tiffany
out
Haddish.
to Megan Stallion.
Yes.
What's
Megan
she-
Cardi.
Meg
Stallion.
the Stallion.
Megan Thee
Megan Thee
Stallion.
Stallion.
What about him? What happened?
Megan
Megan got her
Stallion.
first. She got her first Grammy. First
Okay,
Grammy.
man.
She got and then I thought their
She win more
performance.
than one.
She won
That's
two.
she the one
And
that
her
brought
performance
Beyonce
was
over the top.
amazing. She won best
Oh,
rap
okay.
album, and she won
And Nicki
best
Minaj
new
was
artist.
upset about that
Shit, Nicki should be upset
because
because
Nicki has never
Nicki was
won a
upset about
Grammy.
what?
Nicki never won a
That
Grammy.
Meg?
No,
Wow.
she never won.
No,
Yeah.
really?
She has
She
not.
was, she was very
She
You
upset.
know they get those Grammys out
Nicki
there
don't have a
serious.
Grammy.
Nicki,
No,
no,
like-
but Cardi B won her Grammy last year. So
Right.
Didn't Cardi win
So
this
Nicki
year,
feels
too?
a
No,
way
she
about
didn't
that.
win
Like
this
the
year.
new the new artists are coming out.
I'm
and they
surprised
won.
Nicki never
But this is
got
the
one.
thing. What Nicki needs to do is, and I'm with this. Like this. He was talking about. He felt like the young cats. How are we supposed to feel?
Oh,
if
somebody
the
said Megan got
OGs
3. I'm sorry.
The OGs like Kanye are pissing on their Grammys. But
Oh yeah.
what Roddy Ricch got to understand is that it's not the same, Joe.
Right.
Nicki should have a Grammy. There's no way Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi should have Grammys, and Nicki don't have
That
one.
is that's
Well,
facts.
well,
That's
well, you
facts.
gotta
that
think.
tells you
Well, you
that's
got.
fact.
Well, you got to think
bubblegum-
about
those
something else.
bubblegum
It's all
awards,
politics
Joe.
and bullshit.
What we also forget is this. Sunday night was the first time Nas ever won.
That
a
was be
Grammy.
my second thing.
Are
I'm
you
saying
serious?
Bubblegum awards.
Nas has
Exactly.
never gotten an
What?
award, and Nas got his first Grammy.
and please
crazy.
understand that.
And
one
he's been
thing-
out. And he's been. And he's
Yep.
been out since 1991 or
Yeah.
90.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
And
Because-
Ether's a
But
classic.
let me tell you
Exactly.
this.
That's a song,
Because
but
he
it
was
does.
always competing
but-
against people like LL Cool J and
Jay-Z.
and that's
you know,
it. And that's
okay.
why Jay-Z got 22 Grammys. That's why
23.
Just give it to him and
23.
Beyonce.
That's
at
why
this
Nicki
point.
Minaj never got a Grammy
How
because
Nicki don't have? How Nicki don't
she
have?
competed against Jay-Z.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing about
And
Nicki
Drake.
Minaj.
She was giving
Nicki
you Drake.
Minaj has 4 albums, and all of them came from the same first album. You know,
Okay.
But
What
what I'm
does that
saying
mean?
Unloaded 2.
That mean-
Unloaded 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
But another thing, what you got
That
to
means
understand,
Nicki ain't working hard enough.
She always-
right?
she's not.
but she always competed against Jay-Z and Drake.
True.
But she got the most. She probably got the most Soul Train awards.
Oh yeah, and BET Award.
I'm dead.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, Soul Train
And
awards.
she
is
even
still
got
a
the
thing.
thing.
That shit
MTV
make
Award.
that mainstream.
Right.
Soul
And
Train
man-
Awards was the bomb.
It
Anyway,
still is.
shout out to Nas getting his first. He get my salute.
Nas
moment right
was
there.
not very mainstream, but
Salute.
definitely
Hey,
overlooked.
you guys, real quickly, we got a special guest on the line before we go to love, sex, relationships. And
She's like, I'm ready to go.
and,
Nah, I don't want to
Oh,
hear that
you
tax,
super
man.
call back.
No shade.
Before we go to we gotta get him back on the line.
getting back
Oh,
on
he
the
hung
line.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We want to talk about.
I do
taxes.
want to ask him about
Yeah, I want to hear what
It's gonna be a
And
cool.
I mean, I know this y'all show, but I wanted to briefly speak on
Go
the
ahead.
4 people that got killed
Go
over
for
the
it.
stimulus check.
Talk
Did anybody
about
see
it.
Yo,
that?
that was sad as
That was so
Yeah,
That's sad.
someone's
That's-
baby daddy felt like he was entitled to a portion of the mom's stimulus check. He did not work
Or
and
take care of the child.
or take care of the
Dave
child.
told us about that.
And
today.
you know, he pressured her, and she said, "I'll give you $450 of it," and he wanted more, so he shot up the whole.
He
Oh.
shot
He shot
her
her
mother.
He shot her daughter, her
and shot
7-year-old,
her- 2 kids.
That was her child.
mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
her brother,
for a
because her
stimulus
brother was
check?
defending her.
Did he see
Her
he shot
cousin.
the child that he had by her?
No, he kidnapped that
the,
baby.
The other
He
baby.
kidnapped that baby?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he took the baby with her.
He looked
And
retarded,
the mother, his baby mother actually survived and ran to the neighbor. And
I know that was
Yeah.
definitely
So the
sad.
mother and the kids died.
Yeah.
No,
mother
the
did
grandmother.
die. She's in critical
The-
condition.
The grandmother of the baby,
The grandmother,
died.
baby, but her
And the
mother,
baby.
the
the
baby mother's
MGM, the
mother,
maternal grandmother.
And the baby.
7-year-old.
Okay, let's
The
say her name is
7-year-old.
Stacy.
I got
Stacy's mama and Stacy's child and
He did-
Stacy's cousin.
he did
all
shot
died.
And brother.
He just shot me out and said you.
And then,
still
of
ain't
course,
getting
he
no
has no money. Somebody just
They
said the
didn't
same
get a
thing,
dime.
Arnold.
Exactly right.
But I
Didn't
done
get
said
their
that on
dime.
my deathbed.
But you know,
Still
it's
ain't
been
getting
so many stimulus jokes going on, but people do, you know, money
Yeah,
gets people
nah.
out of their
No,
character.
this
But
is-
you did all
But this
that
is
for
a cautionary tale about messing with
A lot of people,
with people
$1,400.
who
Wait, no,
are
yeah.
toxic and really dysfunctional. Like when people are really toxic and dysfunctional, sometimes you can work with them and try to help. You may want to try to help them, but most of the time you have to leave them alone.
They was like, he shot up her car, he put sugar in her tank.
He already been doing stuff to her.
Yeah,
right?
he
I
had,
heard that.
He had been doing stuff
Oh,
to her.
because he wanted part of that $1,400.
No, just overall.
He
So
was
he
threatening her,
already
like,
had.
like he wouldn't let her leave him.
I'd have gave
Yeah.
him the check.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'd have gave him the whole.
Here, here the
You
money.
still wanted more. Nothing would have been enough.
Oh, you ain't say you want the check. Did you?
Is that what you
I
want?
thought you
Well,
were
see,
saying-
the thing
I
about
thought
it is,
said check.
you
said
feel
check.
like he's not gonna go over a certain edge because you've dealt with him before,
Mhm.
right?
But
you never
but
know.
the fact that he wouldn't let her go, like he putting sugar in her tank, slashing her tires, threatening her, so she didn't feel like she could move on to another guy.
But see, what pissed him
but
off,
it's not
what
about
he's
just
saying
going
is,
on to another guy.
yeah,
It's just
she thought he would
she
never
knows-
go that far.
So like a lot of times, what happens is, in a lot of situations, is people rather deal with the devil that they know
Right.
than the devil that they don't know.
yeah,
So-
but that's
so-
not.
So and that's dangerous.
You got to
in a lot of
leave
situations.
broken, toxic, dysfunctional people alone.
Thank you, Pastor. I need that
that
one.
is
I
true.
need that one,
Leave them
Pastor.
alone. man.
That is true, but a
I
lot
saw
of times
something-
It's
most
called
people
bow
don't-
out
Most
gracefully.
people-
Like
Most
you
people
got
don't know how
it.
to do that though.
But
You
even
win.
in
Relationship.
Yes.
How did she know that he was going to go that far, though? You
What
know
happened-
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
She
but what
doesn't
happened
expect
was-
him to
We
do
gotta
that
let
for
one
her.
person
I'm
talk
sorry.
at a time.
What happened was her brother was defending her. So you know how a man feel like if another man is getting up in their face. Her brother like got up in his face and pushed him, and that triggered him jump back and pull out his gun, and he just started shooting.
And then the cousin started.
This nigga crying over some stimulus money, but he got enough money to buy a gun and bullets.
Yeah,
You know you could get that.
it's crazy.
That's
Tax guy.
cheap.
It's crazy to
No,
me.
it's not.
Tax guy.
A gun and bullets illegally? Yeah.
Man, it's not cheap.
Who's the executive producer here?
Oh.
That's another cautionary tale
You
too.
get a gun
Like
for $200.
Okay, but you
Yeah.
just
He
killed
wanted
somebody.
14.
Right.
He killed somebody over $200.
Exactly.
Well, this is
That's a couple
This is a
$100.
great.
Yeah,
A
nothing
great
but
little-
that.
Go.
No,
I'm
no.
saying he had
Did he call
enough.
in?
Oh yeah.
Okay, no. So we gonna move.
Oh, I guess we
Oh,
probably.
we got to shout out Shanti. She tuning in.
What's up, Shartice?
Hey, Shati.
She said facts. Leave toxic
Leave
people
toxic-
Oh, you
alone.
can read yours, but I can't read mine.
That's For me, you
Okay,
never
I'm
know.
sorry.
Like you don't
Okay,
know
I'm
what
sorry.
somebody else will do. You never know if
You know
that
I'm
day
playing.
is going to be. I'm going to take you
I
and
love
Leah.
hot Ron.
I mean,
Oh,
somebody who
God.
So
snaps.
how
You,
do you
Stop sweating
you
Ronald,
say
y'all.
leave the toxic relationships, but how?
yeah, I'm saying some people, you if they snap, you can't do anything about somebody snapping.
We
And you
have
don't
a-
know it. But there's behavior that is flags and signs that's telling you to
Mhm.
bow out gracefully.
Yeah.
But what should she have done though?
Bow out.
No,
She would have to move.
Well,
No,
what
she
she
bowed
could.
out.
No,
He
no,
came
No,
back.
but hold on.
Now,
See,
I'm gonna tell you one thing that she could have done is say she could have just edged them on and said, all right, I'm gonna give you the money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That would have only
But-
brought her.
She said, "I'm gonna give you
I mean,
$450. Take
He
it or
already
leave
knew
it,"
what was
and he
gonna
got
do,
mad.
and she said no. He already knew that.
According to people there.
Listen, he showed a lot of immature, toxic behavior
Yeah.
before, and I'm saying she should have. First of all, you leave them alone before you even have sex with them.
Mhm.
You
Well,
definitely
that
shouldn't-
okay,
Well,
she already
that-
had a baby by him.
that's
Well,
a-
I
you know what I'm saying?
but I'm saying it's a cautionary tale for us,
Okay.
our kids going forward.
Mhm.
My daughter just met a guy. She lives in Houston. She's met a guy in October. They spent Christmas together. Her birthday's in January.
So
She
you
spent
think she
birthday.
moved too fast?
No. I'm like this. How's it going? She's telling me she happy. They good. We going to dinner. We doing all this stuff.
You got that
But I'm like, you
gut
still only
rate.
known him for like 90 days and whatnot, right? You know what I'm saying? You in Houston?
All right, don't give him the Steve Harvey shit. All right, because that's not reality.
What?
90 days.
Oh no. I'm saying that you haven't known that long. I'm like y'all seem like y'all real comfortable. You done traveled to something like, they went somewhere
Leave at the
outside of
first
Houston
sign.
because
You
of
feeling-
something shut down.
You overprotected, Dad.
Overprotective.
Yes, you overprotected.
No, I'm just telling her, keep your
How
head
old
up.
are you? How old is she?
I'm like, pay attention, 28.
Keep your
She's
head on that
28.
swivel.
I'm like, pay attention. Like, look for signs. And my thing is, listen, if everything's cool, but if you start seeing signs,
Oh,
you
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
back
yeah.
off of
Oh,
that.
yeah,
A lot
no,
of women
definitely.
don't realize a sign can be him trying to commit really quick. That's a
Mhm.
sign.
True.
Yeah.
He wants to be your met you last week.
I'm gonna tell you another sign. When you spend $298 on the first date, that's a sign. He wants some ass, or you gonna get some cash.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
we talked about that last week. Do y'all think that $278 was too much to spend on the first date?
I believe it is.
Do y'all
That's,
think-
that's too much.
I said it's extremely too much.
That's too much
Because
money.
Now,
Why? 'Cause you
now
feel
you
guilty.
set
You
you
feel
set the floor.
I
You
wouldn't
set
feel
the
guilty,
floor.
but it's too excessive. 200 and
No, what I'm saying,
$300
you
on a
feel
date.
guilty, say, I'm gonna have to give him something. Now he didn't spend.
No,
No.
what's the question? Did she demand he spent?
No.
No.
Or did he take it
That was
upon himself
the
to
bill.
spend
That was the bill.
That was the bill.
It was trending
Oh,
on
she
Facebook.
ordered
Like
hella.
I didn't
would
see it,
say
but that's too much.
that's what
It all depends on where they went
Yeah,
and
see,
things like
yeah,
that.
shout out to smart women, because a smart girl, even if it's the first day, she'd
But
be
we're
like,
talking
that costs
to
too
women.
much.
We're talking to older women. We're not talking to younger
Damn,
women.
Dave.
But
I'm just saying.
there's some
All
young
right.
women who will be
Give me
like,
200 and the money order, and we can spend the 70.
yeah, they'll be
Yeah,
like,
don't spend no
but why you
$300 at
taking
no
the money
restaurant.
on it?
yeah, exactly.
I'd rather take the cash.
See, that's why I say we can't
But-
talk to them. That's why I say we can't talk
But
to them.
having even a younger broad with a young,
because they got other plans.
but even
already.
but,
they got it already figured
but
out.
even a younger girl would have been like, we're not gonna spend this much. Like,
No, younger girls like that.
Yeah, they want to brag on that.
I mean, you might want to feel it one time. You want to feel somebody treat you like that one
You
time,
know
maybe.
what I hear is a trend now for younger girls? When you take a girl out, you have to buy her outfit, get her hair done,
Oh,
Give
she ain't
her-
going out.
Oh,
give her
shit.
money to do
Oh,
X,
yeah.
Y, and
That's
Z.
a prom right
Then
there.
you
They-
pick her-
They trying that with
That's what
a
do.
couple of dudes who just got money to blow.
Yeah.
What
I
the-
couldn't believe that.
But let me tell you something. When a girl on you
Mhm.
and you got that gift to gab,
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah,
even
you don't
need
got to
all
spend
that.
a dime.
You
You
don't
ain't got to
even
spend
need- You don't
shit.
even need all that.
No, you don't need none of that.
When she on you,
Yeah, when
period.
she
I
on
found
you,
out
she on
something
you.
today that was
I'm a
crazy,
great
man.
cook.
A dude, this a dude,
Don't try
man.
that shit on the first date.
Somebody
It's a-
said a young girl gonna run your
Right,
credit
but
up.
this a dude that's the
I'm sorry.
geekiest dude that you ever look at, you ever think. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to get the top women in this certain department.
Who was it?
I'm not giving out names, but I'm just saying it's just how he.
What did
At
you
your
say,
job?
No, I ain't saying that at my job. I'm just saying I'm not putting out
He
there
got charisma.
because
That's
it's
why.
people watching. But I'm just saying is I couldn't believe it.
He was nerdy
Well,
looking.
That he could get these
That he-
these
that
bad
he-
broads,
that he was able to pull it.
top notch women.
They was
Yeah.
able to pull it greatly.
And we
I was
talk
like,
about like
what was the
I'm not
why
Definitely
wouldn't
outfits
you
and
why
stuff.
wouldn't you believe it?
his image.
Was accomplished. They're making big money, and
But-
he might be just be the male.
Was
clerk.
it how he looked or how he acted that made women attracted
That
to
too,
him?
he was I don't know how he did it.
Sometimes it's just how
If you got that, if you got
sometimes
that,
it's confidence or shy, whatever it is that hit the.
He played it to his advantage.
I mean, yeah, you gotta know what works for you.
Yeah.
No, but sometimes it's reading a woman. If you read her right, some women like men who are quiet and unassuming. They're not trying to be in the spotlight, and they like that. Somebody who's like kind of mysterious, methodical, and the other women like dudes who are really funny.
yeah,
That's
everybody got.
He know what to say.
that's it.
He say relevant
This
stuff.
dude was funny.
That's it.
He was a comedian.
One told me he was funny.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, God,
He
damn,
say
that's
things
all
that
it
make
take to be
yo,
wild.
yeah. If you got personality,
saying-
Sometimes
Yeah,
you
personality
like
trumps
that,
anything.
if you meet
Honestly,
women-
especially the older you get.
if you meet women with like a certain like, they'll make you feel at ease because no, he's not the top notch dude. He's not
Yep.
the prettiest in the room.
Exactly.
So I can be me because I know
Charisma
I'm the best with this nigga.
and charm.
Exactly.
But also,
Yes.
you feel like you probably can lock him down because
Sure.
and
Because
everybody ain't chasing
I
that.
always said that. Before I moved to the federal government, I always worked in law firms. The mailroom dudes was knocking them lawyers out. And I'd be like,
and they might
the
want somebody
lawyers.
on edge, a little
They was-
edgy. You know what
they
I'm
was
saying?
knocking them lawyers
That
out.
turns some
But
people
you
on
gotta
too.
think
Exactly.
about it, a lot of relationships happen at work.
Yep.
Because
That's what you
you
spend
spend
Because
most
it's
of
the
you
it's
spend more time at work.
it's the
than you
easiest place
do-
to get to know somebody without
Yes.
it being awkward.
Weird,
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
For sure.
It's just
Hey, I don't know what happened to our tax guy. So
But would
we're
you
gonna-
feel,
we're
how do
gonna-
you how do
he
you
didn't
feel
call
about
back.
dating
He
on
was
the job, like having a relationship at your job?
I think you got to be incredibly smart to do that
right.
because
And not
because
jealous.
there's angles which you got to play. It's things and the
I
person
did
needs
it.
to be smart too, right?
How do you break
Because
up?
what's
I
the
did
thing?
it.
That's
It's always
the
it's,
problem.
no,
You
no,
gotta
no,
quit
no,
the
no.
job.
That's
No,
why I would
it's
never
no,
do
it's
it.
always hard to break up.
If the money
but
right,
if the person
somebody
is
got to
smart,
lead this motherfucker.
when I say smart, I'm not talking about just
You mean like cunning?
well, yeah, exactly. They wise in a sense,
Yeah,
right? Because at least we both know we're not trying to lose our jobs
Right.
behind it. So even if it's hard, we're not going to do anything to jeopardize that or to lose our job. But if you were somebody who don't have no sense, man,
you be walking across there.
they been told everybody in the office. They done complain to. They done go to HR and say I can't work with this
Snitching,
person.
yeah.
They want to jam up the copy.
We wasn't even supposed to- 'cause some jobs don't
That's
even-
why you don't even start that.
Some jobs don't even want you hooking up with
Well,
people.
Work
majority of
husbands only.
jobs they have that in employee handbook.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Most people skip over that section.
Exactly. You're not allowed to
Yeah.
hook up with somebody. Yeah, exactly. Like your employees, they can't do that.
They
I
do.
would think that you spend most of your time at work, so why not?
But
I
that's-
want you
They want you to focus on work.
They want you focusing on work and not over there going along.
But there's a difference
break.
between dating and having sex with your coworkers.
That's true. That's true
Every
too.
now and then, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then, if you got your own
As
office,
a woman, won't you fall? But you can't have sex with so many times with the same guy and don't fall for him, though, right?
That's not true at all.
So
That's-
you can screw a dude 10 times and be like,
I did it for like 6
Yes.
years.
you screwed the dude for 6 years, didn't
Never
care about
caught
him.
feelings. Never.
You're lying.
I
You lying.
swear.
I love you though, but you
It was-
lying
I
like
swear to
that.
God, it was what it was.
You
and
got an
that's it.
inner hole.
So if he
No.
inner hole.
No, it's what it was.
Inner hole.
In a hole. But
Your hole ain't out, ain't sticking out.
It was like I'm analytical. Like when it comes to like,
So you're more like a man. You're logical about
I've been
situations.
called a man. Yes.
Your clit like
so
this.
I'm more like
Ronald.
I mean, maybe half
You
that.
terrible. You terrible.
But for me, it's like when you said it was what it was. So I'm never going to allow myself to go any further than what you said it was. I don't care what.
So he had his cake eating it too, though.
I had mine and was eating it too.
So y'all both had other relationships, like serious relationships. Y'all was in.
Make sure
Y'all-
she
Well,
talking to
he
the mic.
did, but I saw other people on the side. But he had. A
See, that's why.
relationship.
But if he was actually, say y'all was together for you, he was hitting it for 10 years. That 9th year, he was single and was was available. You wouldn't say, well, why we can't get
During
together?
the time of that time, he was single at certain points during that time.
Okay.
Can I say something, Arnold? That's why when a married person has a side piece, they prefer for the side piece to be married also.
Yeah.
Because even like you saying, women get
Because they got
feelings,
something to lose. They both got something to lose.
and men get feelings just
That's
as
deep.
equally.
That's not
If a
necessarily
woman
true
has
either,
a
though.
side piece and he doesn't have a wife or girlfriend,
I don't
he
have
could
no
get
side
attached.
piece. I just want to let y'all know I don't have no side
Okay.
piece.
But a man could get attached to a woman just as well. So it's best if you do have a side piece and y'all doing side piece action, both of y'all all already be attached.
But that's
But
why.
don't you think
That's
when,
why if you live in that type of life, you can't just be you can't be just sleeping with one person.
But look, but don't you think? Well,
There's
reference
parts
to
of
that.
and
No,
there's
but
parts
only
of
thing is,
that.
I say when you married and you try to mess with another person that's married, don't sometimes that get in the way because then you.
No, it's better because
because
You
it
both
takes
have
it takes
time.
away all
They pass.
excuses.
They know
all
how I get
excuses.
loud and say, hold up. Man.
No, but you got to also understand. It takes away all excuses because you know that they have other obligations.
Exactly.
It stopped, but what I'm telling you, say relationships get one. It starts one way, but then you start wanting more time with that person.
That's true, but
and
you
they
already
start
know the
wanting more
rules of
time with you.
engagement.
And then
You
what
know the
happened
rules.
is your relationship at home start lacking.
You know the rules of engagement.
Not if you know the game.
Exactly.
And not if you know the game.
You're out looking for another relationship.
Yeah, that's why you don't. Yeah.
But if you're looking for sex, then it doesn't never get that far.
But that's why you can't screw the same person.
Why can't you?
So Arnold, you saying you would have more than one side piece?
For what I'm saying, I will have no side. I don't have no side piece.
That's a married man.
Okay, but he keep on saying you got to screw several people.
No,
I
just think there's no way that you can screw the same person for 6 years and not have any feelings.
Not have feelings.
You can definitely
can. I'm gonna give you a scenario. You call when it's time to hook up. You don't talk.
Thank you.
You don't go out on dates. You don't spend no nights and do vacations. You're calling to fuck. That's what you're doing.
Oh, but then no,
we good friends and Colonel. We might.
So if you and him, you at the club, he in there, he ain't paying you no attention.
Who you talking about?
Don't give her a business.
She gotta say it on the mic. I just want to know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what I'm saying is, so
she had one that she was head over heels. So don't. She had one that she was head over heels. So don't let her fool you.
But okay. But even this dude, even Tone. So even this dude that you were screwing for 6 years, you saw him in a club one night. Yeah, did y'all bump into each other in another place and he ignored you and you was like, what?
That never happened.
Never happened. Never really.
Traveling the same circles or any of that.
But
literally, we hooked up when it was time to hook up.
Yeah,
all right.
Think about
that's
it,
like for sure.
Is you gotta understand.
So how can you catch feelings? Like if you hook up with somebody like every couple of weeks and y'all
just
spend
have
the evening together. And then you don't see it for 2 or 3 weeks later. How can you get attached?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
You don't want it to be so consistent.
And
you don't want it to be super consistent.
That spot right.
No. Listen, no.
He did hit that thing.
That's why you calling.
Somebody said 6 years as a connection.
Look, those relationships.
You still trying like crack. You trying to get that high again.
Hold on, let's hear past it, y'all.
Those relationships actually do exist, and they're actually kind of beautiful, right? Because this is the thing. Everything's kind of unspoken.
Yep.
Like you don't have to say it. We know that this is what it is. Now, the thing about it, one person or both in it normally it's one person, may feel like if they wanted to do something, I would do a relationship with them. But they know that person is not really there. Mm-hmm. So they just take what it is. It is what it is.
And I love him.
Yeah. And it's nothing like knowing that going to that person that you know is gonna get the job done. Because you get tired
that's true.
You understand what I'm saying? Like you go to the other person, you try somebody else and it's whack.
It's done
but
enough.
You know when you with this person that it's gonna be they're gonna get you where you need to go.
Hey, this dude also said that you can't be in a relationship with somebody for 6 years and not have feelings for people. Do it all the time. It's called marriage.
That's true. Exactly. Now you ain't never lied right there. You preaching the sermon.
We got like 20 minutes left of the show.
And
we passed
this
PDO.
PDO.
This is segment.
Hey, let's keep it there.
You run past the segment?
I know. Do you run this nigga?
Right.
I'm sorry.
PDO.
You co-signing this.
PDO, I love Guru is in the building. We got 2 beautiful chocolate sisters here.
Okay.
Why they gotta
include them? That was colorism I just did.
Yes,
I'm trying to figure out colorism.
Yes.
So
you have 2 beautiful sisters.
Did you feel colorism?
I didn't feel it.
This say beautiful nerds.
You have 2 beautiful sisters.
Thank you.
Well, I apologize if I made you feel some
You
sort
did
of
not make me feel a certain way.
ashamed.
No, you did not. I don't have a. I know. I'm not ashamed of my skin
I'm learning
tone.
that.
Thank you.
So
we don't know. We can't say nothing.
There's so much sensitivity out here.
Yeah, it's too sensitive.
You know they can't hear you, lamb chop. Yeah. Hey, do you know PDO? What's on your mind?
Okay, so here's the question. The question is tonight is if a person asks about your sexual history,
your numbers,
do they have a right to know?
Your body count?
No. Your body count?
The details, whatever details they ask, do they have a right to know, being that their person is going to be with you here, say going forward, if y'all are trying to form something?
I think,
and they ask, do they have a right to know?
I think
whatever they ask.
I think a woman has a right to know if their partner has been with the same sex before. I think he.
That's what I'm gonna throw those
So
angles
a man
in there.
doesn't have the right to know that a woman's been with the same sex.
He could, but he don't normally care.
But no, does he have a right to know? Is the question.
I think a woman has the right to know.
Why doesn't a man?
But why? Oh, no, I'm sorry. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
No, we just want to understand why you choosing one side.
Yeah, why?
I just think
Because
we can
there's a
move past the
stigma
statement
on
if
it.
you was
There's a
balanced.
stigma on it if
But
it's a
you're
man.
no,
and
a man
if
has
it's
the right to
woman.
know too. The man has the right to know
No,
because
but
I'm
I'm
saying
saying
both people because unfortunately you cannot compete with someone's urges or someone's wants. Like if a guy's into another guy,
it goes both ways.
okay. Well, let me say my point, then you can go. No, I didn't mean it that way. I apologize if it came across that way. No, I just think that if a guy's into a guy, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna be more into a guy than he's gonna be into a woman. And if a
I
woman
would
is
want to
in,
know.
and if it's a woman is into a woman,
But
she's
guys
9 times out of 10, she's gonna be more into a woman than she'll be into.
But change their mind.
I don't know
every now
about
and
that
then,
because
but
I don't
what
agree
I'm
with
I
that.
don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that either.
I don't agree with that. I don't care if you're with a man or a woman. Your past is your past.
So
You
you
know
don't
what I'm
really
saying?
want to know.
If I'm gonna be committed to you at that time,
You don't want to know.
no, I don't want to know.
No details.
No,
Nah, I don't need.
I don't care about that.
I feel like
Hold
this.
up. My
I don't care
details
about your
are,
body count either.
How many of my friends you don't fuck? My
That's
family
true.
members.
That's
and that's
true.
about it.
Okay,
That's different.
That's true.
Let me.
That's
Here's
true.
the first stage. What if she was a stripper?
Okay.
What
I don't
difference
care.
that made?
Only
doesn't
if he
matter.
I
has.
don't
Wouldn't
really
matter.
wanna know.
Okay, so what
I
if
would
she
get
was
mad
a
at you.
prostitute?
It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
No,
As long as y'all take y'all
prostitute-
STD
No,
test
I
and
feel
it's
like this.
negative,
I feel like
what
this.
is what she did have to do with
my
anything?
thing is this:
prostitute something different.
most women,
But do you have a right to know if
are low key prostitutes anyway? For the simple fact of it, I'm just saying
low-key-
because
It's all
no,
about money.
because they're not having sex with somebody without getting something out of it financially.
Right.
That's a lie.
That's
So you
not
feel like
true
that's
all the time.
prostitution?
But most times,
That's what I said. Low key.
most times, right?
Okay,
But majority, but
They call gigolos.
We're talking about majority of times,
I don't know
men
what
are
you're talking
taking
about.
care of women.
Where are you getting your
Yeah,
stats
you-
from?
To some degree. But
You
hold on,
like-
let me flip
look,
this
You
angle. down
guys
real
are
quick.
like all the other women that listen to this
Matter
show.
of fact,
I feel
there's
like
a
this.
song. What was the song? Was it Jocelyn Brown? I think it was. No romance without finance.
Nothing going on but the rent.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You gotta have a
Goddamn
job.
J.O.B.
If you want to be with me,
But what's
No romance.
But what's he talking about?
without
Relationship or
finance.
what's he talking
it
about?
doesn't matter.
She was talking about you can't even get with her if you don't got
That's-
money.
that's-
If you don't,
certain-
if you don't
that's
have
certain-
money, you can't get with her.
That's
That's
certain
what she was
females,
saying.
and
That
that
is-
definitely once women are older and experienced.
But
Like the
I feel
young
like this.
younger girls, they find the guy that they like and they like him.
But
Period.
I feel like that's not really true. In my age group, I feel like women, a man doesn't have to have much because a woman in my age group and in this day and age, they have it going on.
You got what you need.
They
exactly.
kind
No,
of
but
like
I
they want a
disagree.
relationship
I
really
disagree.
bad.
I want the
disagree.
company and
Yeah,
exactly.
so they'll
no,
take-
but I disagree
they'll take
because
whatever.
even women at your age, you still ain't gonna mess with no broke man.
Women, they on my page.
What you talking about?
They on
I'm
my
saying-
You know
page.
how many women low key take care of men?
You guys want a
They
man that's gonna
pretend.
I'm trying
travel.
to find what these women are.
Yeah, but you know.
I work in the mental health field, and all the men that come through there, I say, get you a
You know
woman
how they
that got a nice
say
job in the
those
house,
women?
and you
Where
will
are
get
those
taken
women?
care of.
Okay, number one, I feel like your business is your business until you make it my business. Meaning, if you slept with a
You ain't that
man,
perfect.
if you slept with somebody with HIV,
Tones, hold on.
Oh,
if
that's
you
different.
slept with that's
So-
what
so-
I
so-
need
so-
you need to tell me.
You tell me
Hold
that.
on. You
yeah.
do you want him to tell you? You're asking, or you saying you don't want?
Thank you, Tony.
You saying I'm not
We are.
asking?
I'm not even gonna tell you
And don't
that.
tell.
If as long as I'll
Don't
test
ask,
it.
don't tell.
I
Is that what
kinda
you're
feel
saying?
like your past is your past, but I feel like the man, it would be. I would want my man or my potential man to tell me things that would involve me. Like if you had sex with a man, I need to know that. But if you had sex with
Why? That's in the past, though.
That's a pass.
I would want to.
Nah,
I would
that's-
want to
that's
know
totally
that,
different.
so
feel
I
like-
could know how to
No,
That's
proceed.
a preference thing.
'Cause I don't want
a
you looking
kid
at me
who
different.
don't want
But it
a
wasn't.
kid.
But the
So
thing
I
about
should be told if you want.
But it's in the past though.
No,
But that-
sir.
but that's
I
not
want
his
I want a
preference.
kingdom, but I want
Okay,
you now.
but listen, that is in
No,
the
it's
past.
not.
But if
Why-
you're
Hold on,
attracted,
hold on. We can't
If
have
his
two
preference
conversations.
is-
Two
you're his
conversations.
preference at that point.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
All right,
but
let's hear what you
You're
got
his
to say.
even
All right.
even though that's in the past, if you're attracted to a man and you've had
If you've been with a man,
and
right?
you've been with a man, I would want to know so I
Right.
could know how to go. I wouldn't want to deal with you.
Okay,
so-
You would not want to
so-
do it.
No,
so-
I would not.
So
Even if you're in love with this man, he told you he's been with a
Yeah,
man.
I wouldn't.
But you know, but women try each other all the time in college and stuff like that.
But that-
And
I
we
don't
go
agree with
on-
that either.
and we
That's
go-
some white sorority shit. Black girls don't do
Black
that.
No,
Black girls do do that.
Now-
Black girls do do that.
Yes, yes.
Black girls do do
Maybe
that.
not-
He
They
just
do.
described a sorority movie. I'm just saying.
No.
That's reality.
In general.
Black girls do do
I
it.
know a lot
All
of
I'm
black
saying-
girls.
Matter of fact,
All I'm saying, you should tell a person
Matter
if
of
you
fact-
still have them urges.
Yeah, you should.
Hold on,
That's
matter-
it.
And let them
You
see
have
if they
those
want to deal
urges,
with you.
that's
That's what
Hold
I'm saying,
on.
but if you did
First
what
of
you
all,
did, that's
I think more of our mothers experimenting with stuff, they would never tell you.
Of
Take you to
course.
the
My
grave.
mother ain't never been
Very
with no
true.
woman.
You
ain't
like
gonna
you
say
never.
that.
Yeah,
They're not
that's
gonna
more
tell
out in the
you.
open now.
They'll never tell you, yo.
My mom ain't
Back
never.
man, they was doing stuff.
Shout out to Shanti. She said, "Why can't it be that two people want to put their resources together to reach new heights together? We both have to start with something." I don't know how that goes.
Okay,
talking
yeah,
about-
I don't
we
even know what
talking
you're talking about,
about-
Shanti.
We
Oh,
talking
finance.
finance. We
Okay.
saying,
Oh, no romance without finance.
Hey,
Okay,
And-
yeah, that's what
and-
you're talking about.
And Talise said, "OMG, Dave, not every woman is like that. Many women have their own."
Okay, so here we go.
You might have your own, but most
Yeah,
women
thank
who
you.
have
Many
their
women
own,
have
they
their own
still don't want
girlfriend.
to spend their
They don't
own.
wanna spend
Yeah,
their
yeah,
life.
exactly.
They ain't alive.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all not
Thank
messing with
you.
no broke dude.
A lot
That's
of-
what I'm saying.
I don't like to spend my
Majority of
own
women-
either, so I feel you.
Majority of women, they can be making more than that man and still will not spend their own.
Yep.
They still will not come
They
out of their
still
pocket.
will.
Do you know how many women pretend that their man is taking care of them, but they're paying for everything? Do you know how
That's
many
true.
women have
I-
been in the government since 17 and they're 40 now, so they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars
True.
and no man?
But,
So
True.
they will,
but they
they're
stop.
willing
But
to
that's
pay
somebody
for
that
a
you've
man.
been in
No,
a relationship.
they will take care of
That's
a dude.
somebody
Exactly.
but that's
That's
somebody
true.
you grew with.
And it's
But
the- no,
hold on,
it's
but
the
hold on,
best
but
connection.
right, but she's not gonna do that
They-
twice. She do that with you because you started from the beginning. Yeah,
That's not true,
but I'm saying-
Arnold. That's not true.
Ain't nobody-
That's not true,
That's
Arnold.
not true either.
Listen, a woman that's okay, just think about these women that's career driven. They spent their 20s and 30s career driven. So they're
Microphone.
they're not thinking about a man at this point. So when they get 30 and 40, the men are either divorced or married or whatever.
Dope fiend.
Yeah, the
You
pickings
in
are
jail,
slim when
coming
you're
out of
in your
jail.
40s. Trust me when I tell
Well,
you. So
I
that
tell
she's
women
willing
that
to
all
pay-
the time
she's
because there's a
willing
new
to pay-
25-year-old being born every
Hey,
day.
No,
hold
no,
on,
this
hold
is-
on,
this
man.
is true.
We got to shout out.
a dude that looks
We got to
like
shout out
Dave.
Pam again. She doing something. She said, "Where are your masks?" First of all, everybody
Hey,
tested.
lady.
Everybody had that test. We
Yeah,
tested. We
exactly.
got
Everybody here
negative.
Are
just
we
recently
negative?
got
We
out.
did-
we
everybody
just got
recently had
out
that test.
I should have said that in the beginning when we sabotaged. Everybody here has been COVID tested.
Yeah, plus man, the vaccine is out.
And plus, I had my
You had the
second
vaccine?
I have not.
I'm totally
Me either.
vaccinated.
I had one
Yeah, I'm
shot.
on
I'm waiting on
I'm
my
on the
I
second.
had my second one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Did you have
I'm on
any
the
side
fence.
effects?
I had
Because I
no
saw
side
when you had
effects,
posted.
no.
Did you ever had a
Yeah.
flu shot? I've never had
Nah.
that
Oh,
either.
that's
Me either.
great.
Nope.
Yeah, I remember
You
when
see,
you
they
posted
trying to
that.
talk me into that thing. I was like,
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't
I've
do
been
it.
doing
Shout
fine.
out. They said interesting. Somebody said interesting.
Okay, I just wanted to throw that out there because people think because
that we
So-
said.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at how many women are willing to pay for a man and make it look
That's
like
true.
something different.
Okay, but
I understand that, but the thing about it is, majority of men are pretty much, and when it comes to a relationship, they are pretty much asked to pretty much fund the relationship.
Well, a lot of times. But
I think it's
real quick,
expected.
let's dig into this a little bit more. If the person that you're dealing with now used to do amateur homemade porn with their ex, and they got videos out there, do you want to know?
Is there ex a woman?
Yeah, but I wouldn't care about that.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I wouldn't care.
you wouldn't care about that.
When you
No.
talking about actually for sale?
Yeah, no, it's online. It's just public. It's on.
I
wouldn't
want
care.
to know as a man because I know that my boy is gonna see her
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Pornhub.
See,
A man
when-
probably would care, but a woman wouldn't.
That's why I think that there's so many double standards in this whole question. Like we
That's
say,
true.
I wouldn't
most,
care.
but most
You
women,
wouldn't care
most women,
if your
can-
girl like going in, like, and your guy he going in with a girl,
Hey,
like.
Shanika
Right.
finally
You
told the
would
truth.
care.
She said most
Think
career.
broad.
She said I'm career driven and I'm not willing to pay for a man.
But to
so
each
it's-
his
Yes,
own.
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah. We
To
feel you.
Tone- hold on.
10 people that's
Hold on,
doing
I was gonna
that.
say to Tone's point, it's secret.
Yeah.
All of them have to
Exactly.
say, "I would
Sure.
never take
Exactly.
care of a man."
Sure.
That's
They
the
end up doing
sermon.
it.
But
That's
as
the word.
soon as
I've even seen a
as soon
woman
as
pass
when they get on the phone and be like, "Hey," they be like, "Hey" to
Yeah,
Give
somebody.
them her card.
But y'all not understanding
But they'll
when
be
that happens.
they'll be saying "Hey" to somebody who been
But y'all not
curving them,
understanding when that happens.
and if he respond, they
But-
gonna let him come over.
But P,
They gonna give him a key to the house.
hey, but P,
They gonna say, "Here's go hit my card, take some food,
But
call
Pat,
Uber Eats, whatever." You know
but
what
you're
I'm saying?
not understanding when that
And
happens.
they see what you don't have, they will get
He
it.
done
But-
hit it
Oh,
already, right?
you don't got a new phone?
Yeah,
Get a new
that's
phone.
what I'm saying.
Exactly. They gonna take care of
That's
you.
what I'm saying. You're not understanding when that happened. That happened when feelings are totally involved.
No,
That's
no,
not true.
no.
That happens off the
Beginning.
break
No,
to
it happens
gain
to
that.
create. Look, sometimes it happens to
To
create
gain
the
that. I
feeling.
like that. I love the way
Yes.
you put that.
They
Yes.
try to create
It
the
happens to gain that. Like
You
I said that happens off the break
But
to
the
gain
point
the
I was trying to
relationship.
Yes.
the point I was trying to make with you saying, Pastor, you gave two scenarios. I think there's double standards, but I think more women care if a man slept with another man. That's who they would be concerned.
Yeah,
And
but
I think
a man
and I think men
Yeah.
more men care if their woman was in porn.
I
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Okay,
So I think
yeah,
it's
that's
double
true.
standards.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
Because I know I got my freaky friends that's on Pornhub.
Or she slept with
Listen,
another woman.
listen. I remember back in the day. I told y'all this story. I was this girl. She really liked me,
Mhm.
but she was way more established than me.
Established how? Like financially?
Yeah, she had just bought a new house. She had a Benz and an old truck in her driveway, and she's working for like a big company like BT, right? And she was liking me, and I was just like, "Yo, this woman is not gonna let me really be the man." Because I had a car. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a little apartment, but it just was. She was just too far away. Now I think I probably could do it now, right? But then I couldn't handle it.
But what was the issue for you?
That she was so far up the road that listen, I felt like we could get together and everything, and she's gonna be fine up front to get me in. But once I get in, she gonna be the calculations are gonna change. It's gonna be like, nigga, you can't tell me
exactly
what the best way to go is.
Yeah,
you only have what I have.
Sense. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I would feel that way.
Exactly. So I was like, nah, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And so now it moves to the next thing I just said. What did I just say? So now that's not my thing now. You know, so I can deal with a woman who has more money than me now.
Okay.
But now,
and I do.
But now y'all just gave another scenario though.
I'm dealing with one now. What are you talking about?
I mean, but what's changed for you now? Do you feel like you got more mature, or did something?
Yeah, I'm
change?
mature. I'm making more money now.
Okay, so you feel like you
and I'm mature now because like I'm not insecure about money. Like you couldn't play mind games with me. Like then, because you got the house and the cars and the big job and everything.
But you can still do your thing though, so it don't matter. Like even though she make more money, you still can take care of yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So you can still walk if you have
My thing
to.
is this: one thing that we always have to remember, as men, ever since we're little boys, we've always had to compete, and we're always willing to compete in a situation, but when it comes to relationship, we're not going to compete to who's going to be the boss and who's going to be the man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Exactly. Now I'm saying I dealt with many women who still make more money because these girls is getting
we're
it.
not going to compete with you.
You're getting money
Because the money doesn't make you.
That's what I'm saying. So now you can't
That's
get me with that. Like I don't care about your money, right? Like you can make it all the money because that don't get you no company.
Because there's a lot of
saying?
people who make 6 figures and 7 figures, right? But they live off of 6 or 7 figures. And there's dudes who make 40, 50,000 that can live a better lifestyle than they.
Not only that, $200,000 a year or $300,000 a year don't change the fact that you got that vibrator.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
At the end of the day, it's not the same. I know too many women. Of course, I talk to women about sex all the time in different scenarios, right?
Yep.
The vibrator is good to get them through. But it ain't really
that rose. Get that rose, ladies. If y'all need something, get that rose.
They still want a man.
That's the name of one.
The rose. The rose. Get that rose.
It gets old. Exactly.
Get that rose, ladies.
Everyone I'm saying that.
Shout out to Mr. Stone. He said you're right.
Hey, Tope. My niece.
Oh
yeah, he said Dave. He been on. He wanted Dave. Dave actually got a good fan right here.
He said you're right, Dave.
No, he's talking about Pastor.
Oh, about what specifically?
He's right 100%.
With everything.
Okay, yeah, he is. He is. That's my baby.
Okay, so it's just interesting. I thought it was an intriguing question though about whether people have a right to know your past, right? That's the trick of it. Like
I don't feel like it
you.
sexually.
Like I said, if it involves you, then they have a right to know. Meaning, if
think,
you've had sex with the same sex, if you had tested positive for any disease. Anything like that,
or
I still don't think.
What about?
I mean, it's not. I don't think you must tell somebody if you had sex with the same sex. I think you should.
Yeah, but you.
But I don't think.
Yeah,
but you don't must. I think
that might be a general. That might be an unspoken rule.
But you couldn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't everybody know that?
That's an unspoken rule.
No, but you could not like men's no more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. that's but he right. He make a point. You telling me. So what I'm saying is, if that's not what you do no more.
Okay, so
you've been lifted.
So how about this?
Because I would be real mad if I walk in the room and I'm with my wife and then I see these 3 girls like, damn, we tore her up.
Okay.
I'd be like, you couldn't tell me.
Or somebody come through. Hi, Carl.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Sylvester come through.
But hold on. And here's another scenario that happens way more than we like to admit, and that is you can start dating somebody new, and y'all get like 4 months in, and then you finally start meeting each other's friends, and then you find out that your good friend,
mess with the person.
we hooked up, like me and your good friend. But should we say something?
That's different. Yeah, I think like,
but it's over. They're good friends.
But you're gonna know.
I think you should say something.
A point. Yeah. Dave about to say if I'm good friends, I know that he messed with her before.
Pretty much so.
I know everybody she's been with pretty much.
How long y'all been?
She do since she was 13, and she's 40.
I can't even remember everybody I messed with.
She lived around our way. She didn't go to school with us, and she's younger than us.
Yeah, I was 13. They was 17.
Hey, I've been knowing her. I've been knowing her for 30 years. I've never seen you before.
So I was a neighborhood friend. So like the 30 years, I pretty much know who she messed around with. So if I walked in and said
she know them all.
Yeah.
If you met a guy, you would know that he had some history with her.
Yeah, she would. She would know every guy.
Well, maybe it's not as close.
That one night stand she ain't tell you.
Exactly.
I spill all my tea, so she would know.
Oh,
I spill all my tea.
Yes.
Me and the girls.
About that time when she went to Florida.
I would know. I was probably there.
Yeah, and I would tell her. I don't. Yeah.
Hey,
I'm being crazy.
But is that an issue that, let's say that you didn't know and she meet this guy, you haven't met him yet, but you haven't met him. You see him together. I want you to meet this new guy I've been seeing for the last 3 weeks. I like him. And then all of a sudden,
they find out
and then you'd be like, oh,
screenshot. She seen the picture on the first day.
Okay, yeah. First of all, I was
this is true. Yeah, they sent all the pictures.
If that scenario did happen and I walked in, I would have walked in like, hey, Ronald. So she gonna be like, Tone, you know Ronald? I'm like, I fucked with Ronald 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, tell our business.
Hey, but look, be like, Tina, you don't remember
I don't think I would want to mess with you.
Okay, let's say this. Let's say that happened. The first date went good. She said, let me show you a picture of him. And then you find out.
Yeah, exactly.
I would tell him I can't talk to you.
Yeah, she would.
Even if you don't care, I would.
Yeah, she's like a sister.
I would never do
sister.
that to my friend.
She's like my sister.
If I'm over somebody, if I
dated
dated somebody and it's been like years, and their parents end up dating with her, and they seem like they will get married, they happy. I would never. I'd be like, but I had her first.
Exactly. Which is why I have to cut her because you sitting up behind my back.
Hey, I'd be like, Pastor, did she cope the balls like she was so good at it?
You sit up there like that kind of person. You had her your way, I had her mine.
Exactly. Yeah. So I guess that's why friends done. Like I had a lot of friends, right, who wasted girls, right?
What does that mean?
They
passed them around. Pass them like a cold.
Not pass them, but it's like, like for me, I've always been probably the most settled one. Like I always have like my, I'm over here with my thing. I'm
kind of relationship.
I'm stable. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
My guys, they'll be with these girls and and kind of going through them. Like they fall in love for 2 weeks, they in love, and then it's over.
That's me.
They crash and burn, right? Exactly. And then
what happens is for a week, like,
these girls always see me later.
I ain't got time.
But they hung out with me when they was with him. You know what I'm saying? They hung out with me, so they'll be see me later, and they'll be like, "Yo, he was so crazy." Da, 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 da. And then they kind of like give me the signs like we could sit down and talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you don't want them because.
But would you want them? Yeah.
No, that's the thing. I
would feel as a woman passed around.
Right. I think they be like that. I think sometimes they feel like I just picked the wrong one. Like they might have met both of us.
What if you had that one, like for instance, you used to kick it with Pastor, right? But you notice Dave was always cute. You always like how Dave looked.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I turned out to be an asshole.
I probably let Dave hit on the low.
Right.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. I was an asshole.
And then, but also, and then the scenario, Pastor used to always get on your nerve. Y'all used to fuss all the time.
It's like you
might have tapped you.
That's true. I can understand what you're saying now, Pastor. Like because it was nothing really concrete. And it just
And those girls will come back.
It was not a serious relationship.
I've had a friend that I will always brag about how good the sex was, and I kept telling him about it. And then
about a girl.
Yeah, then they end up messing with each other, and then I was like, it was my fault. I shouldn't have told.
No.
My thing is this: Pastor has talked to Dave. And y'all,
men do that too.
But here's the thing. No, what I'm saying is like the girl couldn't meet us at the same time.
Oh wow.
Pick him.
So okay.
And they find out he's like basically got asshole, right? Hold on. Exactly. You slept with him and everything, right? So it's like 2 months. But then y'all broke up. Y'all ain't talking no more. Me and him still boys. But you see me like 5 months later somewhere, and you like, dang, I should have really.
I think men don't care about that.
Hold on, I really should have fooled with you. Now my thing is this though. The ending of this thing is this. I kind of lose a little respect for you because you mess with him.
That's what
because I know he's like anything. Because that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? This is what he do.
Right.
You guys,
because you know him better than me.
Yes, I do.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I knew you was a lamb to the slaughter, but I couldn't tell you because
I know how I am with my friends. So I would think that as soon as you we slept together that you told your friend, and now we
Right.
trying to holler.
PDO, where
Because
can, where can they
I-
get that book? We
Yeah,
kind of run
that's
out of
how
time.
women
Shanti
are.
PDO,
said, hold on,
PDO.
but Shanti said, so now women are having buyer's remorse and returning men to upgrade.
They should.
Exactly.
PDO, where can they get that book? Tell everybody where they get
At
that book.
IamDarrellOwens.com.
All right.
Darrell spelled.
DARRELL.
I am DarrellOwens.com.
Yo,
Put y'all drinks in. I want to. Did you drink my drink?
Hell no. I ain't drink your drink.
You been sipping.
Ronald, you've been getting tore down. That's why.
I don't.
You've been drinking.
Lil Rick James.
I didn't know how I finished it. Anyway, we had a great show. I want to apologize to our tax guy. He was on hold for a little longer. We had
Hey,
technical
tax guy.
difficulties.
Maybe
Okay.
next
So
time.
he'll be back on next week to answer all your tax questions.
Every week
He's
be
a great guy.
Yeah, by the time you
And,
get here, Texas, we see.
Right.
Every week he be
No,
back.
I need him.
Nah, they extended it to July
But
15th.
next week, it's been confirmed. Miss Yendi will be performing live next week, next Tuesday.
I'm going to come.
Oh my
I'm going to
So,
come and
it's
try to do the
confirmed.
background vocal.
She will be performing live here.
I'll be
Yo, I want to thank Tone and I don't want to call you Talia. Jafani. Is that
Call
what
me
they call
Jafani, Tina.
Tina?
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, she got a good story. Y'all want to follow them. Where are you? What's y'all Facebook, Instagram, and all that?
Facebook, I'm Tone Streeter. And on Instagram, you can follow 725. That's the number 7, TWENTY, the number 5 designs.
Do you make men clothes too?
I don't, but everybody keep asking me to. But
And
I have started making pet clothes though.
But I'm
Yeah,
telling
she
y'all-
makes pet clothes. She does make pet clothes.
but this is before
Make me a
y'all start to
jacket.
yell
Try a
again.
jacket.
Before I want to put some shout out to Tone to all my my voluptuous. Is that a word?
Voluptuous, yes.
My thick sisters. This woman make you look like you a size 3. She
I
makes
do.
some beautiful
They want to look
clothes.
thick, though.
I
and-
snatched the waist
the-
and
the
accentuate
thick.
the
So
thighs.
all my thick sisters,
I like that.
y'all need to check her fashion out. She does some modeling for herself. Everything her you
We're
wouldn't
gonna do a
believe.
fashion show on the show.
She gonna do a
one time.
fashion on the show.
We are. I'll make a
Yeah,
collection.
and we're gonna try to tag your website stuff on the page.
We
and
will.
everything, too.
Okay, and we tagged y'all on that.
And we're gonna continue with this conversation on the what you call it again?
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. So
Oh, I've never been on Clubhouse, but I
But
keep hearing
everybody
about
says
it.
so good.
it's all right. It's like no, it's good. Anyway, put your drinks in the air. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, welcome
you,
back to the
guys.
show,
Thank you
Tone
for
and
having
Tina.
us.
Pam
Thank
Gaskin,
you. I
chill
love
out.
you guys.
As usual.
Hey, look, Pam
I love you guys.
Gaskin,
Been
chill
hanging
out.
with Ronald since we were 12 years old. 12
Is
or
that right?
13.
Oh,
Don't be
yeah.
talking
Yeah,
about
I've
Pam.
known him since he was 12. Well, Ronald and Arnold because they twins.
And again, I'm gonna put it out there. We all have been COVID tested. We're not.
Yes.
We COVID.
So
tested.
we don't need no mask.
And I've been
With
vaccinated,
two
fully
S's.
vaccinated.
And I got my one shot.
Boy, that vaccination don't
You got one shot?
Yes.
Really?
So
Any
we
side
good.
effects?
Mm-mm.
Let's go get something to eat. Where we finna eat
They
at?
said the second one.
Where
is
your
real
card
shot.
is?
Where we finna eat
We got
at?
somewhere to go in 3 weeks. You ain't eating till we touch
Oh.
down, ho.
Oh.
Oh, we.
All right.
Don't call me.
Where
hoe
y'all
on
going?
screen.
Where
Are
y'all
we off
going?
air?
Stop trying to act about it.